your dry chest.
What I mean, like,
that's what I'm saying. You're trying to embarrass, man.
It doesn't like it's a case of like you're looking for attention and attention in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Just going to the toilet, just chew on the toilet until the whole church service. They'll be telling me, why don't you go to the youth church? The youth church, I'm like, yeah, no. But the thing is, if you think you're ugly, you need there's something inside you that's shouldn't be thinking like that.
Go on. Sorry.
Be thinking like that.
Wait, to be sure if
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Wait, because I just want to analyze.
Yeah.
I want to analyze.
Okay, we're back. Episode 6. I'm definitely sure it's episode 6 if I get clowned again. Just before we get right into it, I'm gonna break it down. We got a few topics to cover today. For example, we're gonna
You're not gonna say how's everyone?
Well, I was gonna get there, but I didn't know there was a rush. I know you're trying to call me out like, nah, come on, there's no way. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about some interesting ones today. We got Nikola Tesla. We got some talks about I guess you can phrase it along the lines of like older generation and newer generation in terms of movies, games, etc. Then we're gonna talk about what everyone's talking about right now, Kendrick and Drake. And then we got some social factors in terms of surgery, church, etc. But that's all going to be covered on today. Just a little breakdown for you guys before we get started. How's everyone doing today? Because apparently I forgot, which I didn't.
Good, all good, man. No complaints. How's you, Majid?
Yeah, I'm alright, man. Thank you very much for asking. You man are hilarious. Yeah. Can we have more dialogue? Like, man, just got
Man's
heads.
good.
One person spoke.
Yeah, that's alright.
Well, no. Just before we get started, do you guys think what we've been doing so far is heading in the right direction? Like, are we improving from episodes to episodes?
No, I'm joking.
Whoa.
No,
that's a general question. I think we can be honest with ourselves. Like, I'm saying because obviously we got some feedback. Some people said they liked other episodes, which can happen in general. But yeah, so I just thought.
I think it's just it's a process, isn't it? Each episode we just gotta keep, iterating what we do in it, making sure we're tweaking what we're doing, making sure it's better each and every time. So yeah, we're getting better.
It's good. I can see who's full of energy and dialogue today.
No,
but for these two today, I don't know what's happening.
No.
But in that sense, you see, does anyone go to church here?
No, I haven't been to church in years.
I think the last time I probably went to church was probably when my mom dragged me or something along those lines. Yeah. But we do see a lot of things regarding to church and social media and stuff like that. There's a lot more promotion of church over social media because essentially that's how you promote a lot of things now. Obviously, word of mouth is still the best sort of promotion, but it's mostly, there's a good portion of it coming through social media and stuff like that. So I see a lot of things on social media. I would say some people getting, is the word I use be embarrassed or clowned, all in the sense of entertainment on church programs and stuff like that. Like for example, what we was talking about the other time, we were talking about Apostle, what's his name?
Apostle Suleiman.
Apostle Suleiman, when he's got these people on camera, but there's not really a lot of wisdom being spread. He's more about targeting them and so on and bringing them down. But essentially, what the question I was gonna ask is that do you guys think church is more of a social gathering now rather than actually a place of worship and wisdom, knowledge, etc.?
I think over the years, church has definitely been diluted. I mean, if you walk into a church, like the way people are dressed, obviously is great and all of that, but like what I've seen in churches is like when I see a lot of women there, like they're showing their curves. Like when you see that they're not afraid to show their curves. So like now when I think about church, it's obviously that's not the only way to picture church, but it's like I think in the recent years, like the way I've seen it.
Those are the kind of things you should be seeing at a club,
not a place of worship. That's what I'm saying. It's like a lot of these people they go to church to flex. It's kind of like a flexing thing because if if you're dressed on point, you'll see a couple fine aunties there. They're looking.
I'll
They
agree.
see you with your car keys. You know, come on, like it's...
Yeah, but to be honest, to me, I feel like those are it's mostly just the hoes that are there, like essentially. No, honestly, in my opinion, most of the hoes just end up being at church.
So you don't
like,
think you
trying to
can find a
redeem
good girl at
themselves.
church?
No. I said most.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying all, but I'm saying
Okay,
like
okay.
a lot of girls that are at church that dressed inappropriately is because, like, you know, they did some things in their past that they shouldn't have done, and now they're trying to redeem themselves. You know, because obviously church is all about and religion is all about forgiveness, and your past is now your past and so on, and it shouldn't affect your future. But essentially it does. Like, what you do in your past affects your future. There's no two ways about it. But there is the concept of forgiveness, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't be forgiven and so on. But my point is just like
That's what it sounds like.
it doesn't sound like that. Does it?
Well, my point is just no. For me, that's a different story. There is no way I'm marrying somebody that's been about fam. But that's besides the point. Essentially, what I'm saying is that like why you see those kind of like people and you see church in more that setting is because of that's exactly like I said. Even the girls that we know, I'm being let's be serious here.
Okay, so everyone here thinks that church is more of a social setting?
Well, I don't know. It's mostly us two that's been speaking.
He agreed.
Yeah,
So for me, I haven't been, so I can't say. But I.
Wait, you've never been to church before?
I haven't been in like years.
But like what you see on social media, right?
But I see on social media, but I can't say whether it's more of a social setting than it's worship, because the people I do meet that go to church, they love church. Like they be talking about it like it's serious. So I take that seriously on some level, but I do feel like it is a social aspect. But one thing I want to ask is, if it wasn't for church, right? Is it bad that it's a social aspect? Like if it wasn't for church, where would they go? Like,
take their ass to the club if they want to.
I think that thinking is bad, because we need to understand social is meant for like a certain type of environment.
Exactly.
And church is a worship place, innit? So I think like have you heard of like gospel drill?
Yeah. What's them
corny.
Spark
Nation.
Yeah.
Corny.
So like,
shit. Oh wow.
It's like in a sense where like I don't think I've seen any other like religious sector have any drill.
Like, come on, you're taking a piss.
That's
yeah.
But you know, I think these pastors play a huge role in it, because I think the fact that they have now like sort of turned the role of a pastor into a joke. Like now they're prophesying every minute. They're, you know, like Apostle Suleiman, every pastor's now prophesying. And it's become a joke. It's acting. They're just straight acting. So
you know, like I think because we're talking about it from people who are outside, we don't go to church. Right, let's try and see from someone who goes and sees these things, right? Because from my perspective, I don't, you know, when they're saying the prophesizing, it doesn't resonate with me. But for people who go there all the time and people who kind of, it makes their life better. Like for example, for those of people who before, if it wasn't for church, they'd be in jail.
No, 100%.
Right, they'd be either on the streets doing a madness. So we have to think about: is it the church or is it the community that the church offers? And like, because we could say that the social setting is kind of like, that's not why we go to church. But if everyone is going there with seemingly good intentions or giving themselves to something greater, would that be a good place to meet people who could possibly benefit your life? But at the same time, like you said, vultures can come in there to just prey on people and scam on people. So it just wonders, like, you have to pick a poison, I guess.
No, but I got a notion for you though, Larry, yeah? Saying that, like, let's say that I think for people that are, let's say, coming from wayward lives, I think discipline will be good for them. And I think if the church could provide that discipline and that place of structure, which probably most churches do, innit? That's probably what's good. But whereas some churches probably replicate the environment they're coming from just with the cloak of the name church. Because you just go in there and you just see the same people doing the same things. Like they'll go out on the Saturday,
and then the
church on a Monday, then back to church on Sunday, back to
they'll
Monday.
do that madness. I know what you mean.
So that's what I'm trying to say is like, even with the things we have in our group chat, even with the African churches, the pastor is saying, talking to the person with your dry chest, like,
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
no,
Like,
That's what I'm
bro,
saying. You're
like,
trying to
but then,
embarrass,
like,
man.
it doesn't
like,
it's a case of like you're looking for attention and attention
Yeah.
in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Bad.
Compared to like if you was to deliver a powerful a speech that and it's mostly based on a quote in the Bible that like relates to the real life and it relates to a current event. It's not anything like that. It's more about trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to get clicks for entertainment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's more of. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't even think you need to go to church to see that because it's so it's promoted so much on social media.
On social
Because
media.
essentially, like, if it wasn't on social media, then we won't be able to make these opinions.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we won't be able to make. It just wouldn't be possible. You have to be in church.
If it wasn't for
it's true.
a
You have to be in
pastor
church.
Suleiman, fam, our group chat wouldn't be as funny as it is.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
Half the jokes is
it's
about
based
him,
on that. Like,
literally.
No,
So
but even to add, yeah, is like even me growing up in a church, like every Sunday, like you have to wear your finest clothes,
Yeah.
everyone coming their best, but is that the point of going to church though? Like,
but the thing is, yeah, like,
No.
wait, who went church here?
yeah,
Did you
yeah.
used to go
I
church
went
back in
when
the
I
day?
was
You
younger,
went
yeah.
church back in the day?
yeah,
Sweet, like, you see, did you men like it?
Sunday school, watching Moses. I like that.
I like.
I
like
hated
church. I
adult
liked
church,
it.
man.
I did.
Did you like it?
Not really. It was
Good
okay
stuff.
at
Wait,
times.
wait,
Like,
hold
but
on.
it was sorry, one second. But it always depended on like if I knew people that were there.
Mm.
I can't lie, I hated it.
Yeah,
I
like, are you talking about adult
hated
church, like
church.
sitting down, listening
Bro,
to the guy?
Sunday school.
I don't know that.
Sunday school. Listen, Sunday school or the main church service, I hated it.
I like
I
Sunday
can't
school.
stand it.
You're a bad kid.
Nah,
Bro,
yeah,
do you know what I used to
exactly.
do? Do you know what I used to do? I got so fed up of it at one point, yeah. My mum would take me into the church, yeah. Do you know what I do? I just go into the toilet, just chill in the toilet until the whole church service is done. But they'll be telling me, why don't you go to the youth church? The youth church, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
That.
I'm
But
like,
I think yeah, but like listen, but I feel like a lot of kids have that opinion, and you see even kids like fall asleep at church because they just don't want to be there. Like they're dragged to go there. Like,
bro,
and it's a case of like maybe you need to think about what you can do so kids actually want to attend church.
Yeah.
So wait, but why do the people who listen? Why do they find that interesting? Like,
What?
why do they believe it? Like, like you said, the girls that go there. Like, why do they buy into that? And other people
that's
don't?
a good question. Why do they? Because
They're looking to
personally,
be saved.
I genuinely can't answer that question because
So in my opinion,
I've been
they're
church and I
looking to
hated
be
it.
saved. Like I said last week, you can lie to everyone, you can't lie to yourself. They know what they've done. You know what I'm saying? Like they know they've made. Everyone knows they've made.
But the thing,
mistakes
do
in
you
the
really
past.
think that's why they're there? Do you really think
Wait,
that's why
let me-
they're there?
let me
Let them
finish.
lie.
Let me
Let
lie.
them
Step
lie.
back. Step back. Like essentially, like
Yeah.
you know the mistakes you've made in life,
Mm,
yeah. Essentially, and you're trying to do better.
Mm.
And at the same time, while there's that case, like there's also the potential of attracting somebody that's either similar to you,
Yeah.
essentially. So I think that's one of the reasons why they do go there because it gives you an opportunity to maybe like, for example, let's just say, okay, we'll say for a guy, you know, he's met some not stable, like, you know, not good girls in the past, yeah? And
Yeah.
essentially him being in church now, he sees the world in a different light, and you know he's of a different mindset now,
Mhm.
and he wants girls similar to that compared
Yeah.
to maybe girls I used to see at clubs.
Yeah,
So that's
makes
why he's
sense,
like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's why he's
Okay.
there, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah.
I can see that making sense.
Okay, if I don't know.
No,
I just-
no, like that made sense. Still, that made
Yeah.
sense.
So, but at the
Like,
same time,
you go there to attract a specific quality of a partner.
Yeah.
I think so.
Something
Yeah, like,
different
yeah.
from what you've already been
Exactly,
getting.
yeah.
I mean,
And-
when you think about it, like
makes
it
sense, but I
makes
think
sense.
where
Like,
else
think
are you
about
gonna
where
go?
else are you gonna go?
Yeah.
It's better. You're better off.
Going to
Where
the
you gonna
church.
find a good girl on the street or
Yeah,
inside the
you
church?
can find a good girl at church.
You're gonna find church.
No.
And you'll
You-
find
you
some
can,
fine
but
girls
to-
inside the
listen,
church.
in my
You can find a
opinion-
good girl
Some
anywhere.
fine
Nah,
girls in the
anywhere,
church.
yeah.
You find a good girl
anywhere.
anywhere.
But when it comes
find
to
fine
church,
girls in the
Just don't
church.
you find a lot of fine women there as well.
Fine women, yeah.
Bro, I've seen so many lengthings at church. Oh my
No,
god.
but but would you say like some because you know there's some females that are wearing like, you know, some tight stuff and so on,
Yeah.
and there's, you know, the assets that have been shown. Do you
Yeah.
guys think some of them are real or they're fake? Because you know at times I feel like nowadays you actually can't tell which one is real and which one is fake. You know?
I can
Or
tell.
is
You
that
can
just me?
tell. You
I
can
can
tell.
No, but there's some that are done
No,
really
yeah,
well. That's
but
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
some that you
Like,
can't.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
I
about the
take that
some.
back.
Yeah,
You know, there's the
yeah.
obvious
I
one.
take
You're
that
like,
back, I
you
take
know
that
exactly
back.
what's going on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But like, but there's some that's really difficult to tell. Like, do you guys feel like you can tell even the difficult ones apart from like the real ones, like the well done ones?
No, they probably
Well
look
done ones
similar,
are
bro.
really,
It looks really similar.
I've
innit?
literally
Yeah.
touched it.
You have to-
Yeah, you have to.
you can't touch your church. That was mad.
You can't touch
That
your
was
church.
mad.
Are we talking about no?
Yeah,
Why
church.
you talking about surgeries in church, fam?
No. It was on. I was just asking because you know we're talking about we're talking about what people wear in church and stuff like that. So I was just
Okay.
it was just a quick segue, like
Segue.
because essentially what I was gonna ask was, do you guys think surgery should be socially acceptable? Like the concept of you changing your body and almost risking your life, because there's people that died
Yeah, they
from
died.
surgery, and I'm talking about penis enlargements, and I'm talking about
Jesus.
like I'm talking about like arse implants and stuff like that. Like, so I'm talking about both sexes. I'm not even just talking about females, because obviously it's what we know is a lot more about the females and BBLs and so on. But there's guys that do, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
all
they
of that
do,
extra
yeah.
stuff as well. So
Hair
yeah,
transplants and like
Yeah,
height
height extensions.
I've seen the height
yeah.
extension.
there's all of
thing,
that.
was
Like,
brave, yeah.
but it's like a social thing, isn't it? But would you say it's socially acceptable? Should it, or you know what? Should it be socially acceptable? Actually,
It's only like there's certain special cases. Like, just say if you like shatter your nose, something like that, for example,
yeah.
and just say it's no longer the way it used to be. Like, okay, and you want to get surgery to like reconstruct it so it kind of goes back to the way it used to be as much as possible.
What about Owen Wilson? Owen Wilson then?
Who's that?
It's,
Owen Wilson.
You know, Zoolander.
I said,
No, I don't
Man
know.
said,
who
who's
is.
that?
He doesn't
No,
watch
no, no.
movies, doesn't watch movies.
Man said,
Nah.
who's that?
Remember I said I don't watch movies.
No,
like that.
yeah, no, he's some guy.
It's
He had
like
some I think he had an accident or something relating to his nose anyway. So like his nose is like a bit crooked and that, but it is what it is, man. I'm saying like,
No, but if it don't look that bad, then cool. But if it looks like
yeah.
completely like you're almost unrecognizable,
okay.
then
Yeah, in that
do
case,
you
it's-
think
yeah.
it should be
Only-
socially acceptable?
only certain special cases.
So what about okay? So you know what? Let me
Not for
broaden it down.
cosmetics.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
not for
like yeah.
cosmetics.
So
I don't
you,
agree with
you
that.
wouldn't say
yeah.
like plastic surgery.
No,
you
no,
wouldn't
no,
agree
no,
with that.
no, I don't agree with that.
Okay, we would like you guys to join us today.
I thought, do you know,
I let people go off.
I let you man finish and I jump in.
Nah, just speak, man.
Okay,
'cause
but
essentially, I
rules.
don't know. We forgot you guys were here.
No, because it's
Good,
like
I'll jump in after.
you do have to if you do say socially acceptable, is there a range? Would you say all of it is socially acceptable? Like for example,
But he's saying no.
he's saying so none of it, right?
No.
So, but do you find yourself attractive?
Do I find myself attractive? Yes, I do.
What if you didn't? Like there's
Well,
some there's some people, right? They have a face that
Mhm.
like when you look at it, like oh, like I don't want to say that.
So
I
you
said,
think
oh.
changing that? So you think doing surgery is gonna change that? If you're ugly,
Nah, to
doing
them,
surgery is
to
not
them,
gonna
it
make
is.
sense.
it might do something for their confidence. I'm not advocating for it. I'm not advocating for it. But I'm saying that because I personally, I say I don't want it to be socially acceptable,
Mhm,
but I'm speaking from a position where I find myself relatively attractive.
mhm.
If I found myself hideous, I might have a different opinion.
But the thing is, if you think you're ugly, you need there's something inside you that's you shouldn't be thinking like that.
Go on,
You shouldn't be-
Sorry,
you shouldn't
sorry.
be thinking like that. Think about
No,
that.
but
Why would
listen,
you-
it's not
the
that
thing is,
simple. It's
even
not that
if you
simple.
are ugly, even if you are ugly, even if you are ugly, yeah, like
It's not that simple.
that shouldn't.
Yeah,
that
but I
shouldn't
think
be- that should-
attractiveness goes to me. It's all about how like the confidence in yourself, because
That's
not
what-
everyone's gonna
yeah.
find you attractive. Like
Yeah,
it's
no,
very
that's
true.
true.
You know
Even
what I'm
if-
saying?
Exactly. Even us that we find ourselves attractive, there are girls that will tell us you're ugly.
Yeah,
Can I ask
exactly.
you man a question?
Go
though?
on.
So you're asking if it's socially acceptable, yeah?
Yeah, no,
If it
yeah.
should be.
Nice
It
of you
should.
to join us.
Wait,
I
wait,
just
wait.
need to be sure if
Do you
it
know what it
was.
is? Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Wait, because I just want to analyze.
Yeah.
I want to analyze.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do you know what it is? I think everyone got freedom of choice.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I think it like piggybacks off Larry's bit is like if someone feels like
Well, what's called? Move your laptop
Oh.
to like your.
What,
No,
to the other side,
like
that
on your
side.
knees, on your knees.
Okay.
Whoa, pause.
Close, yeah.
But yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I think in a sense is that everyone has freedom of choice in it, like to piggyback off Larry's sense, yeah. So it's like if I don't feel comfortable in something that is on my body
Yeah.
and I have the means to change it, why can't I, innit? And it's not that I feel like I have anything wrong with me,
Yeah.
but I can understand someone saying they want to change something, innit?
Yeah.
Because whereas me, like if I don't like certain, like I just go to the gym innit.
Mm.
But imagine if someone said going to the gym ain't socially acceptable. Then
Yeah, nah,
But
yeah,
that's-
I get what you mean, but like at the same time, that's two
Two different things,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
way
two-
worse
yeah.
because anyone could like no, let me not even say anyone can go to the gym. So like even if you don't go to the gym, if you had to carry things home every single day, you would see a difference in your body compared to like, but you can't. There's no thing for you to just like that you can normally do, and for that for your facial structure to change compared to like I'm saying like. Obviously, at the same time, you can even go to a doctor and get a six-pack done and all of this stuff done at the doctor's. But on the other hand, you can go to the gym, but you can't do that for if you want to change your nose, for example. And I get it, like in terms of what you were saying, because at times, well, not at times, I know most girls feel that way. That's why they wear makeup and stuff like that. Me myself, to me, I like the way I see it is that, like,
we're gonna see
essentially,
anyway.
if you wear makeup, in my opinion. I just think you just don't you don't find yourself attractive. That's why you wear it. And I've said this to girls. I've said this to girls in the past, and like they haven't taken it well. But essentially, that's the way I feel in it. But it is what.
I don't know about that.
It's not,
Okay, so
bro,
then
it's
why
not,
are you
it's
wearing
not good
it
for,
then?
it's not good for their skin, bro.
Like why
It's
exactly?
not good
When you
for the
still
skin.
wear it.
They want to look nicer, but it's hard. It's very hard for me to pinpoint what it is because
No, but deep.
girls like to play dress up. So that could play into it
This
because
guy's always on the line of a bit sus, fam.
how's it sus?
Go
How's
on.
it sus? Girls like
Gun.
to. Have you seen the video games they used to play when they were like on the computer games, like things with makeup? So I do think that makeup might just be like a game to them on some level.
No, but wouldn't but it's more of like the dolls and that where they change their hair, they brush their hair and stuff like that.
But wait,
I
you
think
know,
that, but I don't know about them practicing makeup and stuff like that. Like,
because bro, like sometimes they just wake up and they do it and then they wipe it off.
yeah,
Like,
true,
I've
but-
known
I
girls
think
do
that's
that. So
weird.
it's like, is it
But
really?
you, man, you
yeah,
see-
but to
you
me,
see
I
when
feel
it
like
comes
they're
to-
testing it for the next time out.
You man, you see when it comes to like, okay, you're dissatisfied with the way you look. Where does that come from? Where does that discontent come from? Is that self-generated or is that from someone like people from the outside world projecting that on you?
That's definitely environmental.
Yeah, people from
Because
outside, of course.
Definitely environmental.
Because nobody ever just thinks to themselves, "Yeah, I'm arguing," without nobody else telling you
Of
that
course,
they're
yeah.
arguing.
Definitely
Like,
environmental.
that's the thing. It's we don't live in an experience where there's some people where, like, I've noticed like how guys treat girls who they're not attracted to. It's straight up like,
Yeah.
okay, what are you doing? Like, it's literally they just ignore you. So if some people go through life experiencing that, like they just get disrespected. Of course, guys also experience the same thing.
To say,
Like, but those of guys who like they just don't have dates. Like they just their phone's dry, 24's right. So for them, it's kind of like reinforcement for how like they can't feel like they look attractive because no one tells them that. Right. And then it's almost like there's some people who are invisible to you. Right. Imagine if you were invisible to everyone. Like just people just don't know this shit. And when they do, they're like, what do you want? Like I think there's even this thing, like a lot of women tell me that they feel offended when someone that they're not when unattractive people move them. Right? Similar to how when an unattractive girl tries to make convo with a guy, it's a bit like so it's like I personally don't think it should be socially acceptable, though it is. And I understand why it is. I want to ask, what are the implications of it being socially acceptable? Like, what does that do to society?
But you know,
if
that's
changing yourself.
what you said. That makes a lot of sense. Like, I can see how that could be very damaging to someone's psyche. But the thing is, like, what are the like? How could you help people who feel that way? Like, instead of them going to get surgery to try and change something, what are some alternatives for them to like feel more confident
But I
within
think
themselves about their
You have to
self-image?
control
But I
like
think,
media.
do you know what it is? I think
The media. What do you mean?
Like media's things that affects people's body image. You either have to be like in like the really close friendship circle, like their parents, or you have to control media, what the media shows them. But to change like an adult's perception of themselves will be very difficult unless you really enter there. Because they've had years of people calling them ugly before.
Now you've hit on the nail, man. It's media. I'm sorry because like it's socially acceptable to be out of shape now. It's socially acceptable to no. I'm being serious. Like to have like because let's be honest, we all know like you being out of shape and almost on like on the lines of obesity and stuff like that is acceptable now, which is bad for your health. But like it's acceptable now. That is insane. Yes, it is.
How is it
What are you
acceptable?
talking
It's
about?
not acceptable.
It's not really
On the
acceptable.
internet.
But I think people need to change the concept of what is attractiveness. For males, it's different. Listen.
Change what I find attractive.
No, because listen to this, yeah. Like, for males, attractiveness is different, and for females, attractiveness is different, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Females, like, may not like how you may physically look, but
Yeah.
might like everything around you, innit?
Yeah.
Whereas a male might not like everything around you, but just might like how you physically look. So I think, go on,
Because I wanted to add on to that, like because someone said that women get over how good a guy looks quickly,
easy.
but guys don't get how good she looks. So she could be terrible, but he won't get over that.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, go on. Sorry.
So going back to that is like, as a guy, like, if you can know, like, okay, what do women find attractive, like, other than physical features, maybe like Majid said, going to the gym, maybe getting a high paying job, XYZ, then it could increase your chance of like being attractive. However, doing nothing and complaining about it is not gonna do anything to help the
That's why you
situation.
got
What
that
can
out
a
there
girl
now.
do
Just
then?
going.
What can a girl do to make herself more attractive?
What can a girl do?
I'm not a
Yeah.
female.
Plastic surgery and that, innit?
I'm not a female.
Like, bro, I mean, like, to me, you know, the perfect example I would say, yeah, Vivian Fox, yeah. Vivian Fox used to be an absolute baddie, like, but she looks so dead now, it's unreal. Like, like, so dead. Like, I'm being serious. I'm like, bro, you see her, like, I think it's Independence Day when, when 50 Cent shouted out when he was receiving an award, bro. But then now, yeah, you're like, is this the same person? But you know what? Even maddest thing, yeah, I was just thinking in my head, deep it. Imagine when like let's say like you have a grandma, yeah, and the last time the grandma saw you, you were like 15, 18, and then she sees you 35, yeah, and she doesn't even recognize you. She's like, who the hell is this? And everyone's there like, oh, it's your grandchild, and you're like, is it? Nah, man, I don't want that, bro. What is that? Like, what is that? Like,
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
honestly, like, for real. But like us being on,
Oh,
I think, yeah, you like we just saw a picture of even Lil Kim. Like, you know what I'm saying? It
Kim was
was
beautiful back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
like, I don't get it how like they I don't get how you actually think you look better. Like, to me, it's insane. But that's the thing about confidence though, and the social pressure that people go through, innit? So I understand it. It's just obviously we're all different, and we all can't be like, we all don't think alike, innit? It's just, it is what it is. It's just obviously I wish it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, but do you know what is Majid? And what I think, what's man? How are these girls gonna look when they're grandmas?
Can you imagine?
Like,
They're
we're
gonna
gonna
look very
no,
scary.
man, I'm deeper. We're gonna have a generation of elderly women.
Like, I don't know, they haven't reached that age yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's
and we
mad,
don't know
man.
the health implications, all that.
Like, there's people that die from stuff like this. Like,
Yeah,
like people still doing it. It does. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, but it's the social pressure, innit? Like, I think that's what it is. Honestly, it's literally the social pressure. Like, because you got all of these, like, you got these models and stuff like that. Which there were models back in the days, but then with the whole concept of social media now, it's just, it's different.
But look, you got Megan Thee Stallion, you got Nicki Minaj, you got Cardi B, you got City Girls. All of them just got Yash. Yash.
These women need to have kids. Like, you must have a lot of time on your hands to be trying to have plastic surgery and doing all that. Like, I think they're pretty bored, so they want attention. They need to get busy. From my opinion, like.
Even the guys, man. Bro, we didn't dive too much, bro. They're like, our guys out there doing penis enlargement and all that. Oh, that's crazy. Like, that's insane.
Wait, what do you guys think about hair transplants, though?
Hair transplants.
To me, there's no need. Like, bro, you're gonna have it. It's gonna go. Deal with it. No, be serious, because
bro,
that's just the way it goes.
I'm not gonna lie. Nah, listen, bro. If I lose my hairline, I'm restoring that shit back. That shit.
But back in the day, you couldn't restore it. Like, you just deal with it.
Ain't that hypocritical, though? Ain't that hypocritical?
No, but the thing is, naturally.
What do you mean?
What?
So, do you agree with like cosmetic surgery?
Oh yeah, he wants to get a hairline, but he doesn't want girls to get.
No, I'm talking to Rose.
Oh, say sure.
Majid said no.
Exactly. What's this
Yeah,
guy on
okay.
about?
Oh, my bad, sorry.
This clown.
Do you agree
I
with
have to
cosmetic
hold it out.
surgery?
No.
But you'll get.
But you get a hell of transplant. Yeah, we just can't see.
You're under
You
arrest.
just got caught.
Yeah, my bad.
just
Yeah,
got
it was
caught.
you, it was you.
Okay,
Like, bro,
yeah,
it is
I
what
admit
it is.
that.
Like, it's not the end of, like, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
not the end of the world,
Like,
bro.
let's
Do
be
you know
serious.
what it
Like,
is, yeah? Do you
the
know what
way
it
it
is?
goes.
It's your hair. Your hair, this grows naturally on your head. If it grows, when you lose hair,
It's because
you're not supposed to be losing hair.
it's because you have dread.
What do you
No.
mean you're not supposed
No,
to?
no.
You're not
You
supposed
are
to be.
supposed.
No.
No, it's not a
But it's
natural. It's
genetics.
obviously it's genetic.
No,
It's
no, go on,
genetic.
okay,
I
now
swear.
break it down for us.
No, because I think it may seem like it's genetic, but
Mm.
when you look back at older pictures, there's more people with hair longer into their life, like 50-year-old men, like that hair. Like, I think genetics plays a part
Yeah.
I
into
don't
how
know,
susceptible
bro.
you are.
Yeah.
Wait, no, let me go off. Genetics
Yeah,
plays a part
right.
into how susceptible you are, but there's also like epigenetics, meaning that your habits determines which genes are activated.
Mm.
So some people have very aggressive balding genes, and their habits contribute to that as well.
Okay.
But I don't think we should be going bald. I think
Exactly.
baldness is something to do with your gut.
Yes.
It's something to do
It's something to
internally.
do with the gut.
It's
Yeah.
something to do internally.
Yeah.
And then for other people, it's different. Like some people have like genes that are like they might need to quit something in their life, or they might need to change their diet. But when you're usually losing hair on the top of your head, it's like something internally
Yes.
is wrong.
Internal thing,
I don't know.
No,
I'm listening though.
genetics
I'm listening.
does play a
Literally.
part.
Yeah, 100%.
But this is to all the
Yeah.
men who are probably like going through something like that. Like you should probably learn to completely change your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like because if you're losing hair, it's sign that something inside
Yeah.
just isn't.
I understand. I think it's a fair point you're making.
No,
it.
fair point.
But yeah, like me, I just lay it more on the genetics thing. Like, because for example, like I'm trying to think. I don't think from my dad's side. Yeah, I think my granddad. I think he had his hair, to be honest, if I remember correctly. But for example, like one of his sons, my uncle, he's got grey hair. Like while my dad and his younger brother, they're like bald. So to me, I just think it's genetics.
It is genetics because the genetics plays a part into what you're susceptible to. Because not
Yeah.
everyone's the same. But for example, your lifestyle will determine which genes are activated. So maybe at a certain time in someone's life, they may have started consuming a lot of alcohol, partying a lot, or having a lot of sex, all within a short period of time, which probably contributed to a certain gene activating. And then they kept that because a lot of us aren't aware of what's actually going on internally.
No, that's true.
Like we don't really know, right?
Facts, yeah.
So once you know what's going on and the kind of nutrients you need and what you're deficient in, especially I think someone says that your entire hormones are determined by your gut
Your
microbiome.
gut, yeah.
Right. And you have to feed it certain things for it to like work properly. Because if it doesn't work properly, you're just out of whack and you have mood swings. You don't even know you have mood swings.
Preach.
So I think genetics does play a role. I think 100% it plays a role.
Yeah. I also think what you said, it also plays a role.
Epigenetics means your habits choose which genes you have access to. If you keep good habits, your body will reward you. But for some people, it's too late. I don't know. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that.
But you can say that now because now it's not too late. You can just go Turkey, man. He said he's going, but for the girls, nah, you're not allowed to do anything. But him, he's going. That's what he told us.
Free will, man.
I do think that hair transplant guys shouldn't go. I'm against that as well. Hair transplant. I don't think no.
What do you guys know about Nikola Tesla? Because obviously I know Tesla's a big name, and because most people now they know Tesla, the brand. They don't know that there was actually like before this car there was a guy called Nikola Tesla, and if I'm correct, the name actually comes from him, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
But like, most people don't even know that.
Yeah,
like,
most people don't even know that still, but yeah, he was an inventor. He was an inventor, pioneer of what did they say? What was it? AC electric.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that he even like some of the ideas that he had, he didn't initially like push it forward. It was actually carried on by other people. So like what was it?
yeah, don't say that he's a futurist, so yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of the things that he
like he had a wireless. He was controlling a boat wirelessly in 1898.
For real?
Yeah, like he had a drone for a boat in 1898, bro.
That's
Remember we was telling these that like electricity is not something that was invented.
Like you know, saying that
all
still,
of this, like, all of this
Nikola
technology was
Tesla
way back.
is one of my favorite people. I really like Nikola Tesla for what he stood for. There's so many things about him. I think he had an eidetic memory. He was born in like Serbia, but modern day Croatia.
Yeah, Croatia.
One thing is there's so many things about his life. He didn't get along with Thomas Edison because they're kind of they're very like they clash a lot because Thomas Edison was all about profit and Nikola Tesla was kind of just all about inventions, making humans' lives easier. And then there was this guy, I think his name was George Westinghouse, something, but he was Edison's competitor.
Yeah.
And he saw the potential in Nikola Tesla and gave him a job of like 2K a month, which is equivalent to like 30K today. And Nikola Tesla was making inventions for him, all of this, and he made the AC, and basically, like you said, he helped boost George's invention. And what happened is that after a while, George was starting to go broke, right? But he gave like Nikola Tesla like stocks and royalties, and he asked Nikola Tesla, please, can you like just forego your stocks and royalties because I'm like forego a tiny bit of them because I'm going broke. Nikola Tesla looked at him and just ripped up his contract and said, like, you gave me an opportunity when no one else would, and this is what I'm going to do for you. And I think the contract would have been worth like, it was 12 million and it would have been worth 300 million today. If he kept it, it would have been stupid rich. And this is interesting because he died completely broke. Like he died alone in a hotel room. He never got married. He was a bachelor his entire life. And he preached a lot about, he didn't preach a lot, but he kind of really talked about abstinence. And he said he had this one quote because he was doing experiments and these experiments would injure him a lot. Like as though like he was really into electricity. So he said that when he was doing this one experiment, that he had to focus all his power on it, and if he had given his energy away in the channels of sex, the experiment would have killed him. So he's the one that kind of.
Oh, that's where you got your abstinence from, yeah.
Yeah, no, because from that, I'm
I don't know
like,
if I agree with that.
no, because it seems insane, but he was a very brilliant man.
Yeah.
Like he was on a different level. Like he used to have visions of He said that most of his inventions came about from visions which he confused with reality.
He had this obsession with what was it? 369.
Yeah, 369. And he went to uni, and in uni he was brilliant. He like had 8 languages. He was passing all his classes, but he fell into gambling and was a womanizer and never finished.
I got something to ask you, man. So since you man know, what do you think about his thoughts on wireless electricity? And like, why do you think it didn't really materialize?
To be honest, I didn't even know that he
Yeah, break it down for us. Wireless electricity.
So what I'm seeing and what I researched is that like he was very big on like wireless electricity, meaning that there's no wires needed to connect it. Like there's no need for a conductor. It'll just basically go to the appliance.
Yeah.
So for example, like
So where would it generate from?
that from a source. So let's say there is, I don't know how to explain it properly, but say there's a source.
Yeah.
There wouldn't need to be a wire to connect it to anything for that. Powered by electricity.
Because he said that he'd harness the electricity in the atmosphere or something. And then you could just
But how were you able to do that? How do you?
Bro, he wasn't having sex, bro. That's all he was doing with his time. He used to have a routine where he'd wake up like early and sleep late. Like
I reckon if he had sex, he still could have done the same thing.
he wasn't chasing women, bro.
I think he was just probably focused.
Yeah, he was, bro.
You just said he was a womanizer. So what?
No. In his younger years, when he left uni, before he became an inventor. Then when exactly. But then when he left uni and he started getting proper into his inventions, because he became like really rich. Like he was a famous man during his time, and then he even wrote about like a lot of women like used to kind of hound him. And he'd get annoyed because he was trying to focus on his work, but he'd always be respectful and stuff. But he wrote a lot about his experiences with like women who wanted time with him and how he just wasn't interested in that. He even said that he destroyed his sexuality at 40. I don't know what he meant by that.
You see, very, very dangerous. You see, we're not even. Let's be very
sound like
careful.
a
But I think
deviant.
you guys don't believe in sexual abstinence?
What do you mean?
The power of it. You don't think it's powerful?
I think it is, but I don't think.
I don't really think it is.
Have you heard of brahmacharya?
No.
Quick detour, 2 minutes. Brahmacharya is a practice of sexual abstinence for a period of 12 years. And it says that when you achieve this sexual abstinence, right, something happens to your brain where you get like an eidetic memory, bro. I don't know what happens, but it says that I think there's periods that every time you retain your seed, it goes back into you. You make more and it just keeps going back into you. So like this entire energy that is used to create a child just goes back into you. And I think it takes about 6 months before it starts flowing back. So if you've been like ejaculating within those 6 months period, you've never actually kind of felt that proper. But brahmacharya is an old Indian practice that the sages used to do, and it's still very popular now. And it's supposed to be a path to enlightenment. And even when you go to like the Amazon rainforest and you speak to the people who live there, a lot of them would tell you that this is probably what you need to do to reach enlightenment, like semen retention.
Yeah.
And it's not only just the abstaining from sex, but it's also all sexual thoughts.
Are you willing to go forgo this experiment?
Oh yeah, in my life for sure in my life.
And the thoughts as
When
well.
do you plan
12
on,
years.
When do you plan on starting?
Oh, after I have all
When he
my
goes
kids, so
remote.
probably in like
After you have it.
Yeah,
More-
after my
more
kids.
so when you
Like
go
in my
remote.
When he
50s,
goes
50,
remote,
60.
what's that?
When he goes remote.
No, you have to practice. Like
Yeah.
going 12 years is crazy.
Yeah,
So you
that's-
No,
practice.
but
with,
you're
like,
gonna gain so much. You know, you just broke it down for us.
Well,
So
you
why
said
don't you
that's
start
not
now?
interesting.
What, you have to
start
go
now,
12
no,
years?
no, you have to
Yeah,
go my
12
kids.
years.
You have to go 12 years.
That's
I'm
probably
not interested.
that's the full brahmacharya. That's the full brahmacharya.
Yeah, that's
I
why
don't
you
see
get
the point of
started
that.
now.
Why don't I get started now, bro? I'm young. I need to have kids, bro.
Okay, so what age do you plan on having kids then?
Oh, that's difficult. It's probably within the next 5 years. I'll
Okay, so
start.
if you have it within the next 5 years, and how many are you planning on having?
as many as my wife
Many as
wants.
possible.
Okay.
Okay,
Reminds me of the
as
group
many as
chat.
your wife wants. Okay, your wife wants one.
Impossible.
What do you mean? How is it impossible?
I want more wives then.
Okay.
I know
Well
that-
done.
Okay, so then how many? So how many kids do you want then? That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
how many kids? Oh, I'd probably. I'm comfortable with at least 6.
Okay, so at least 6, and then what? I'm guessing there's an age gap between them of at least 2 to 3.
Yeah, like by 50s when I'm gonna start looking to get into brahmacharya. By 50s.
Okay, so
when
by
I'm-
50.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, no
By
problem. So
50.
62.
Yeah, 50. Yeah, 60.
That's cool.
Wow.
50,
No,
60.
You're
He's
much
killing me
older.
right now.
You see that? You see
He's
this guy? He
killing
thinks
me.
he's smart.
Man said I'm
my God.
50.
Yo,
So
yo,
he's
yo,
really
yo.
like
You
his
like
kids
fire
is
when
women.
they-
Be what it takes to be.
Let me up.
Come on, man.
You like family.
Hey, yo, no.
Come
Wait,
on,
wait,
man.
okay, no
Hey,
problem.
hey,
No
no,
wahala,
yeah.
wahala.
How hard is that gonna be?
Let me tell you this one
hard.
story. I was talking to someone, right, and she said that her granddad had like multiple wives. And her
Yeah, my
granddad
granddad had
was
multiple wives.
a babarao. And what
Yeah,
he did,
multiple women,
yeah,
let's just say that.
is he turned into an owl to escape his wives. So
You know what? No, that's too much wahala. He must have had too many. That's his problem. He must have had too. Because
Yeah,
for him to be doing all of that, that's
Transform
that's
to
too
an
many.
owl.
But come on.
how many is
That's
it?
too
That's
many.
Okay, what's the right
mystical
number?
power
What's the
right
right
there.
number?
I think 2, 3.
I want
You
3.
can do.
You want 3?
I don't want 3.
You want
Like
3 wives?
I think
No,
you
no,
can do.
no, kids, not wives.
No, we're talking about wives. We're talking about wives. Like,
just one.
I think I think 2 and 3 is all right. Like going past that's too much. I even think 3 is too much. But I think some guys can do 3. Like me myself, I don't think I can do past 2. I beg my head. No, no way. Like,
2's brave.
no, it is. No, I wouldn't. But I'm saying like if I had to give a number.
No, but yeah, you could.
Yeah,
two,
I
I
think I
could.
do 2,
I would agree.
But like,
with you, I could.
but so would you say that's a good age to have kids then? Like, because you said
What,
you said
30?
around 30, yeah.
That's a good age to have kids. I'd say for men, probably 30 is a good age.
So then, so if that's the case, then what age would you think your wife would be then? Like,
If I'm 30,
yeah.
It depends on your preference,
probably
innit?
Depends on
No,
your
but I
preference.
mean, no,
Honestly,
because you have to
so
consider.
true,
You have to. There's
same
many
age
factors.
as
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like women, there's a certain period of time they can have kids. That's
Sure.
why I was asking. Like,
yeah,
what
so-
age would your wife be then?
probably like 28, 27.
Yeah.
28, and you think she's gonna want to have 6 kids? So that's what? So that's 1 at 28, number 2 at 30. Come on here, like,
Yeah.
are we doing the maths here? So, what you think she want to have? She
Yeah,
having
but if
kids?
he
at,
has
like,
a-
maybe-
if he has a second wife,
No,
you know,
Oh yeah, the second wife. Oh yeah,
second
that's true.
wife,
That's true. That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are exposing my business.
What would you say? What would you say is a good age to have kids?
I'm 26 now, preferably 28, 29. Hopefully.
Sorry, I have to direct the questions at them because they're not with us today.
I'm here, bro.
Yeah.
20, 28, 29.
28, 29.
Yeah, for me.
And you say, well, you want to have like 3.
Yeah, 3.
How many do you like is in your family?
3.
Okay.
What do you mean? Like, yeah, my mum is 3. But obviously, I got step siblings as well. But it's 3 of them as well.
Step or
Oh, like,
half?
half. My bad. Yeah.
Okay,
half,
so
yeah,
there's 6 of you guys in
yeah,
total.
yeah.
There's 6 kids,
Mm.
and you're just cutting.
So
it.
wait, when's the latest? The latest is 28.
What do you mean?
The latest you want to have kids.
As soon as 28, but obviously it's all financial. But
Because to me,
28.
the latest is 30, so preferably 27, like
Yeah.
28.
Yeah, I would say I would prefer to have kids at like 28, 29, 30,
Yeah.
along those lines. Yeah.
Not too bad.
It's
And
not
how many
too-
do you want to have?
Kids, I want to have about. I wanted 6, but I kind of want 4 now. I think 4
Just keep
kids.
cutting it. And then how
Yeah.
many is in your family right now?
4 of us.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
Mm.
Wait, you just 2 of you guys, isn't it?
3.
That's right. Okay, that's not that bad. Yeah, no, I would think, to me, I would say like 26, ideally. Like, I think that's a good age, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
like I think you've gone through enough experiences. Like, I'm saying, like, because there are more experiences to come. But like, I think 26 is.
We said 26.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think
now
26 is decent.
he's ready now.
Now.
Yeah,
To be honest, yeah, I would be, but it's just I want to, I
Where-
just want to.
where would you
I want to
man-
make more money.
where would
I want
you-
more money?
What are you looking for money for?
where would you man ideally, like, say if this was an ideal world, yeah?
Yeah.
Ideal world now, yeah? Like, where would you like, if you could choose to have, like, your first child? Like, would you have it over here?
Oh, country. Okay. I want to have all my kids in Nigeria. to be
Yeah,
honest.
same.
Nigeria.
I want my kids to be born in Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Nah, yeah.
What about-
It's Africa, really. I don't get where. It's
No.
Africa.
Okay, so you're fine with I don't know, Mauritius.
Mauritius. I mean, as
Why
long
not
as
Cameroon?
it's Africa.
Why not
huh?
Cameroon?
Yeah, I don't mind. As long
He
as
said as long as
Yeah,
Africa, man.
fair enough.
Yeah, man. Middle East and them things there. Come out. As long as
These guys, man. This is why Africa's not united, man.
No, but I would say it's more to do with language, because for example, you look at like Saudi Arabia, or you look at like England, US, like a good portion of the population all speaks a certain language. Like I think that's one of the reasons why Africa is not united, because there's so many different languages, there's so many different tribes. Like the like you trying to communicate with each other, to me it just seems like it's so tough, and I think that's why they're actually not united.
So were you suggesting, like, to introduce, like, a whole new, like, a united language?
I think you probably have to if you want them to be united. I think so, because if you can communicate with each other, I think it's a lot better. Like, things just facilitate.
100%,
trade
I do
facilitates
agree.
better, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're when you go to everyone that goes to school speaks the same language. So if the kid travels to a different country, they can easily communicate with each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say a new language, because how long does it take to introduce a new language? I don't think it's that many years.
Like
Because,
half a
like,
decade.
it's, but it's even
But
like,
wait, do you think that's the reason why? Like,
In my opinion, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Do they all speak the same
So-
language to be united?
well,
I
think
think
about
so.
it, because it'll be easy to work.
I mean, Europe's united.
They
They don't speak the same language.
No, but English is
No, but
English
come on, like what
English
English is a Germanic language and mixed in with French.
and French. That's what I was saying. Yeah, you find
That's
any,
true.
you find.
So yeah, like, it's
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
that
saying,
far
like,
off. Like even that you see the certain words, like you can see
'Cause,
that you
yeah,
can see the
'cause the
similarities
fact
in
that-
the words.
When different people speak different languages, like, you're gonna chill with the people who speak your language more. You're not gonna be chilling with someone who you don't even speak the same languages. So that's gonna. So I guess you're slightly right. Yeah.
Well, think
I
about this, bro. Yeah,
languages-
you man think, like, even let's take like sign language. Yeah,
Mhm.
so anyone that speaks sign throughout the whole world can understand each other,
Yeah,
innit?
that's true.
So even if you take, even in that notion itself, is like that's unity.
Yeah, that's unity. Still, yeah, you're right.
So
yeah.
in a sense, like, if you could have like a uniform language or even a uniform body language, you don't need to be like linguistics. Yeah, it will definitely help.
So what we're all saying is that a group of people with a lot of money need to come together and hire linguistic experts, like maybe 12, get them in a room and pay them to create a language.
Who said that?
No,
That's
like,
basically that's basically what you guys are
yeah,
saying.
If they need to all
If there's to be a
together-
new language, that's
You need
that's
to create a
gonna
new
be what it
language.
takes. Or
Yeah.
you're saying
linguistic
they just pick one of the
experts.
languages that are already widely spoken across Africa and just pick that
Nah,
one.
I
to-
think
Nah,
you have to
that's
create
crazy.
a new one.
Yeah,
You
that's
What
can't.
what language would you say is widely spoken? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking right now.
You can't pick
like,
a.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't.
It's probably,
Yeah,
it's
that's
probably
for
more
sure.
likely to be Arabic. And that's not
Nah.
African language.
That's not African.
Yeah, we're not.
What,
We're
on
not
the
having that.
continent?
Yeah, like
Probably
if
One
I
of the
was to think about
widely,
it,
yeah.
what?
I would-
Swahili's
Swahili,
quite widely
okay.
Yeah,
spoken
but
across
that's like
Africa.
South.
Yeah, but
That increase.
It's
That
only
make
across- yeah,
tensions
no, it's not-
worse.
it's
yeah,
not
but
across
isn't
West
Swahili,
Southern,
isn't Swahili
Southern.
more like
It's
east?
East, yeah.
While like,
no. I'm just thinking, man.
well,
Yeah,
Arabic goes from.
Yeah, everywhere.
I'm saying like
everywhere,
that's
yeah,
what I'm saying. That's how. That's
Even
what I'm saying. Arabic.
English.
We're not speaking.
Yeah.
Arabic.
English.
No, it's not
everyone-
happening. We were just talking about what
Yeah.
the widely,
Like,
the most
a
widely
lingua
spoken language. Yeah.
franca. That's
No,
what
I
they
think
call
it would be
innit?
a new
Yeah,
language.
lingua
Yeah,
franca.
I think that like because with that you like you eliminate the factors of someone saying well this was our language and you guys are copying us and so on. All of that's eliminated. It's a new
'cause
language. Like,
new
I'm saying,
language, yeah.
and you just you start from there. That's the basis you start from.
Do you mean
Was you gonna say something?
No.
Oh,
So what like if that was to be the case, what form of what's the word I'm looking for? What is the word for capitalism? What does that fall under? It falls under a branch of something, right?
new languages?
No. Capitalism in general, like
capitalism.
it falls under something. I was gonna say, what would you want that United Africa to focus on? But I
Being
can't think
capitalist.
of
Would it be a
what is the
capitalist
terminology
society?
for it?
What, being a capitalist?
Yeah, because there's opposites, right? There's
Yeah.
it's either a capitalist or
Oh, what's the opposite of
what is the
capitalism?
opposite?
Socialism, no,
Yeah.
or
Socialism.
communism.
So
communism.
capitalism is for profit, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything
Free
like,
market or something.
Yeah, but what is the terminology for that? I actually can't think of what is that actually.
When you call a country a capitalist country,
There's a democracy now. Democracy focus on capitalism now.
I don't. Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think
so.
that-
I think so. I think they're closely
Yeah.
intertwined. Yeah, democracy and capitalism.
But yeah, would you
But,
think it
even,
would be?
but what about under a dictatorship? Isn't that wouldn't
No, never.
like a dictatorship can never be what
Capitalist,
capitalist
no.
at the same
Oh,
time?
it's a
can,
political
it
or
can.
economical
It
system.
can, innit?
That's I knew it was something so easy. But yeah, like would you want that the United Africa? What system would you want it to incorporate?
Capitalist.
I think-
Probably
Personally, I don't have an issue with capitalism. I think it's just
needs
it
to be
depends
regulated.
on- huh?
Needs to be regulated.
Yeah, it just needs to be regulated because capitalism is about profit, right?
Mm.
So
Yeah, but
It
it's also
depends
about
on-
private owners. I think that's
You
what the
know,
issue
but
is.
the thing is,
Yeah, but-
right? We're getting finessed because we live like capitalism doesn't need to be this aggressive, but it's so aggressive because we all see that the prices of things are rising, but supermarkets are making like 97% profit, which doesn't make sense. Is it inflation or is it supermarkets just trying to make profit? So if price actually goes up by 5p, the supermarkets add an extra 5p just so they can eat off
Yeah.
it.
So if you look at it, like what you were just saying about like the supermarkets making that much profit and stuff like that, like it all lines up, like because essentially the private owners are like, yeah, how can we profit here? Like that's what they, in my opinion, that's what they're thinking
No,
of. Anyway.
100%.
But you see, where it
Okay.
becomes dangerous is like where like you compromise.
Nah, you're good.
Where it becomes dangerous is when you compromise like profit, like you put profit over morals. So there could be people like no matter what you put in front of them, they're trying to think of a way to make profit. So even like people who are
Yeah,
into
but that's the business
human
world, man.
trafficking.
This is
You know,
what the
it doesn't
cutthroat.
need-
So wait, you see like people who are into human trafficking. That's you're compromising morals for money.
Yeah,
So
in a sense,
because
yeah.
you could potentially make a profit, that type of capitalism, when you're
What?
I think
that
that's
capitalistic,
Majid, what-
then that's dangerous.
What was the question? Would you want Africa to install a what?
Capitalist.
Like,
A
what-
system.
society.
Or
Yeah,
what
system.
system
I'm
would
just
you want
trying.
them to
Yeah,
install?
I was just trying to clarify. I'd
Yeah.
rather it be more so Marxist
Okay.
in the sense of
Break down what Marxism is for us.
Marxism is a social, political, and economic philosophy named after Karl Marx.
Yeah.
It examines the effect of capitalism on labor and productivity and economic development, and argues for a worker revolution to overturn capitalism in favor of communism.
Okay.
So, in a sense, because in a capitalist state, it's privately owned,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that there's not really a lot of rights for the workers. Because if the company is a bad company, in a sense, it can just keep all the profits to itself. And yeah, so in a
You
sense,
just pay the workers whatever they
Marxism
want.
gives the people a bit more control.
yeah,
so
it
the
gives
government.
people a bit more control
Yeah.
in a sense. But then it goes into like socialism and all of that. But it needs to be a healthy balance. But capitalism is,
Do you think it's a hard thing to do or it's easy?
what do you mean? What?
Like, do you think like for everyone to have a fair living, do you think that is such a hard thing that the government just can't figure it out, or it's like really easy and we just choose not to do it?
I think it's an easy thing.
It is, right?
But the thing is, you got to think about it. It's like everyone, like, you're responsible for yourself. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So when I don't really like, if you're in a situation and you want a better life, that's up to you. Like,
It's
you
true,
get
but
what
we
I'm saying?
don't. It's true, but some people do. They do come from really bad situations.
You don't think-
True.
do
Oh,
you-
that's true. Okay, I can't.
Because
I can't.
the thing is, I was
Yeah,
wondering because
yeah.
sometimes I think, right, is it a hard thing to do? But then I'm like, what if, for example, there is what's a football stadium around here? What's like a really popular football team?
Charlton.
Closest one is probably Millwall.
No,
yeah.
a better team than that.
Charlton.
No, you said what's the closest
Yeah,
one?
yeah, yeah,
You said what's the closest
I'm
one?
sorry. I'm sorry. Like, okay, let's say
Okay, West Ham.
West Ham, right?
Yeah,
So
closest Premier League one, West Ham. Go on.
So let's say you cap all salaries, all like athletes, everyone's salaries are like 800k. No one earns more than 800k because you don't really need more than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everything that club makes after that is redirected back to the community that stadium's in. So if West Ham is in West Ham, if West Ham win like the Champions League and they get a bonus or like loads of people come and flood in that stadium, no one there gets a pay rise. It just goes like that area gets a new school.
Yeah.
They get like a new library. So
Okay.
I'm wondering why this doesn't happen. Like, why do we see football players earning millions?
Well, create the system, man.
Because it's capitalism, innit?
Give me a few decades. I need to go to Brahmacharya.
But
12
another
years.
thing is demand and value as well. Like, what do people want? But obviously, this is within a capitalist context.
But who
as well,
creates
so.
demand? Ain't demand probably created by marketing, and who pays the people to create marketing?
Exactly.
Like, it's all that.
Like you gotta think about it. Like it's certain individuals. Like you gotta look at it, yeah. Like just the way there's 4 of us sitting in this room right now, yeah. There's 4 people, 10 sitting in another room that own one of the biggest companies right now in the world. Like we got Apple, we got like essentially like there's people that like own a lot of stuff, yeah, and they're like, yeah, how can we get as much money as possible? Like
Literally, yeah.
that's simply it. Like we'll pay them like £11 an hour. What's that? Like we're making like 2 million per hour. Who cares? That's their problem. Like it's all about me. Who gives a shit about them?
But
Like,
you see, the opposite now is that if everything goes to the state, yeah, which is more so socialist like thing, then there's no foreign investment because no one wants to invest in a company.
Yeah,
not a company in a
that's good
country
point.
that they don't
So
get no
then,
return.
that's true. So what does that look like? What do international relations look like after that?
No, but relations should be based on trade, right? Like this country has this, I need it, and you guys have this, and I need it.
That's true.
Like, what's with the foreign investing? I don't get it. What do you need that for? Like, really and truly,
because
essentially,
a lot of foreign companies, like different businesses in different countries, like to go to different.
Yeah, but it's just to make more profit. That's the way. Like,
it depends. Yeah, in Africa, you wouldn't really need a lot of. You need them to leave you alone, but you wouldn't need a lot of foreign investment.
Because think about this shit. If I know in your country that you're proper against capitalism, meaning that I can't maximize my profit to the fullest, whereas in country B I can, I'll go to country B, whereas I wouldn't go to A. That's what I'm trying to say, like, because it all adds into GDP, innit? Like, obviously GDP is obviously like what the country exports and makes, but also foreign investments and all of that is a big part. That's why like small islands like the UK in itself that don't really.
I think better example is Ireland.
So
wait,
islands are
what
great
does this
example.
do to business opportunities in different countries? Does that
great example?
If we're in a more social, like socialist type of country, would like the business opportunities in that country dwindle because of like like it's within a socialist type of, because you know how capitalist, it's about profit.
No, I think so.
Nothing
because the thing is, a lot of the time, right, when you think about people who come into countries with business opportunities, these people are crazy wealthy a lot of the time. Like they're super wealthy, especially the ones who are, because to afford to travel to another country to do business, some serious money. So, and like majority of the wealth is in like the hands of like a few people. So I think if you probably implement that social thing, I think small to medium business owners might benefit more from that, since like the bigger businesses can't come down and just maximize profit with their low cost products.
I think for small businesses,
it helps smaller businesses,
not big ones.
That's true.
No, fair point. I was gonna wrap up with trade and how it was back in the day. Like it was based on you had this and that needed it, and that was trade. Like trade has gotten so crazy now. Like there's so much emphasis on money. That's why like people, a lot of people talk about how money's not real because it isn't. Like, but like it was just like, to be honest, essentially that's what all it needs to be. Like, because end of the day, what do you need that money for? To buy a certain thing that you need, right? Literally. So it's like you just expanded it so much when it was just the baseline was there already, and I think we just gone crazy with it. Like, but on that note of actually like old school stuff, would you guys oh, well, you already said you don't watch movies, but like, you watch movies, What about games?
You guys are a weird guy, man. You watch movies?
Obviously, I don't watch movies regularly.
But when you're
what about games?
Once in a while. Yeah, I play games.
When was the last movie you watched?
The last movie I watched, what was it? Wow. Okay. What was the last movie I watched?
You lost you along the way. It's all right.
I think it was a horror movie. It was probably As Above, So Below. That's the last movie I remember. Actually, no. It was Saw, the latest Saw.
Oh yeah.
What was it?
There's so many now, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's so many now.
What's the last good movie you watched? Like good.
What's that? I got a good one I watched.
Cheers.
What's that?
It's pissing me off, but I forgot the name, yeah. But the whole concept of it is like, I'll call it a thriller to a certain extent, yeah. So basically it's set in Oxford, the university, or Cambridge, one of them prestigious unis, yeah. And the boy goes there and he tries to act, he acts like he's from a disadvantaged background.
Yeah.
And he got a scholarship there just to meet this guy in it and get in with his group. But this guy comes from wealth, innit? Like he owns his own estate. So cut a long story short, he dwindles his way into the person's family now. Ends up killing the youth, killing his family, and at the end of the day, taking over the whole estate.
What kind of
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's insane.
That one.
What's it called?
What's it called? Salem? Saltburn.
Oh, okay, like that.
Intense.
That sounds crazy. Yeah. But like, and what? Wait, what's that? Is that a recent movie?
Is the main character a villain?
No, it's a righty. No, but
yes, he's a villain.
He must be a villain. Bro.
Yeah, he's a villain.
That's based on what you said. It sounded like,
but you know what it is? The way, like, that's why it's like with the whole thing with you, the way the director puts you, you don't see him as a villain. That you understand his actions.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, because it's like Infinity War with Thanos.
Yeah.
Because he was the villain, but the story and the movie itself was based on him. Yeah. So you understood his actions and everything.
Why he did what he did.
You almost forgot like, oh wait, those guys are the heroes. You're like, wait, hold on, this guy's making a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense. But...
Yeah, so I get what you mean. Like, how recent is that?
I think a couple months ago I watched it.
No, like the movie itself.
What do you mean? Like,
it's like a new movie, like came out.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it old school movie. It's a new movie.
It's a movie. Okay, yeah, so with that being said, like, do you watch old movies?
Yeah, I watch one. Yeah.
Like, would you say older movies are better than new ones?
100%.
Yeah. Why would you say that?
Because like I'll say, especially with like I'll talk about black films, innit? Like I'll just say black films because especially black films in the 90s, they had like a lot of meaning to it. Like there's a lot of messages behind it. Yeah. So like movies like Higher Learning.
Yeah.
Even like Boys in the Hood. Funny enough, even if you want to put New Jack City, all of these films had meanings behind it. Whereas I think towards, I don't know, the 2010s, we've lost meanings in films, innit? We're just morally per se for entertainment. Hence why I think I don't really watch other movies than thrillers and horror movies because anything else I don't think there's any substance in it. Just
Korean cinema is pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I like their series.
Series?
Yeah.
Well, how long are the episodes of the ones you watch?
Like I watched something like zombies and in high school. It's probably like like
I thought it was because some of them are like 90 minutes an episode.
No.
That's
like
20
minutes.
You don't really watch movies like that. I don't even know if we can get your opinion on this one.
No, to be honest, I actually agree with what he said.
Will you say all the movies are better? Like, because I think so as well. I think is it what about you? You think so as well?
Yeah, I think the older entertainment industry in general is just better. I think it's terrible now.
Yeah, it's like the older ones are just there's more impact to them. There's more of a story to it. Like for example,
100%.
The Best Man. Like I can understand that story because it was based like these were friends from old school days, and then this guy thought this guy was really his friend, but it turns out like he actually slept with the girl that he was marrying, and it was, you know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
it was like he's the best man and he doesn't know this, and like so like the groom doesn't know this and he should know, you know what I'm saying? Like you understand the concept of friendship and so on. But like the movies nowadays, it's like there's plot, there's not even a plot, there's just start, begin, middle and end, and there's just you finish the movie, you're like, wait, what was the point of that? Even for a movie that I just watched the other day, I was like, I was thinking to myself, what was the point of that movie? Like, I'm probably trying to remember. Like, I'm saying, like, there's some that are good. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, for example, like I think Get Out was a pretty good movie. Like, I'm saying,
I watched it. Yeah, it was decent.
It was okay compared to how bad some of these movies are nowadays.
It was decent.
So that, not to say there aren't some good ones, but I feel like the older ones are a lot better. To be honest, like
I like to add another. Do you think, like, because I'll class old school music, not music, movies like pre-2005, maybe 2006. Do you think because culture, like, I mean, like, public culture was different back then? So what society deemed alright and what was seen society as normal, like it's more PC now than it was before, innit? So I think because it was, because it was less PC back then, like, cause I remember watching American X History, innit?
Yeah.
And it's like a very racial like movie, innit? And it shows like how it was in American prisons for like black and white people. But I know now they couldn't make that same film in this day because of the cancel culture. Because that film would get cancelled. But me watching that film, like, it taught me something, which probably I wouldn't know if I wasn't in that scenario, innit?
It's good you say that because like Rush Hour would not run now. Rush Hour would not run now.
But do you think that's because of the culture? I think the people who make the movies and even the games, I can't blame I can't blame the developers actually, but it's just so profit driven that they don't invest enough time in making something that's engaging. They just make something just get you to buy the ticket. That's it.
So as long as you can buy the ticket. In regards to the games, like what? Do you man prefer games from back then?
No, for sure. Because I was even just thinking about it. Like even I think a good example would be GTA. Yeah, I think the reason why GTA still sells so well now. Yeah, GTA has changed over the years. It's upgraded, but it hasn't gone on the verge of overboard. Like you're like, wait, what is this? Because like you look at Call of Duty now. Yeah. There was I can't remember what Call of Duty was. There was one when it first introduced the jumping. It was just too far off. Like it was too far off because it was like you understood Call of Duty. You're a soldier. You're running on the battlefield and so on. Where are you jumping? Come on, what's all that? Like it just pulled people out. No, it still sells.
No. I know, but I don't like those things were annoying, right? But I don't think that's kind of what drove it down. Because for what I've noticed in Call of Duty is like the maps have changed. It's just not as creative anymore. Like everything's very samey. And
samey, what do you mean?
Like everything's very similar, and it's all about kind of like skins, cosmetics, loot boxes.
It's Fortnite though. That's what Fortnite is.
No, but that's kind of what Modern Warfare 2 has been kind of like. I mean, not Modern Warfare 2, but like Call of Duty has been geared towards to get you to purchase these things.
No, but you think about it though. Even the old school maps actually weren't that good.
They were amazing.
No. Listen.
Terminal
Rust.
Terminal.
Wait. Hold on. Okay.
Wasteland.
Yeah. Keep going.
Terminal, Rust, Wasteland, Highland, High Rise or something.
Okay.
What else
there was the woods in Black Ops. Remember the woods, the trees.
I was in the jungle.
Yeah, jungle. Black Ops. That was pretty sick. There was the desert Afghan. Afghan was lit. Oh, come on, man.
Okay, so thank you very much. Now you listed all of those maps. Shipment, you were basically trapped in one section.
No, I agree with you. The maps weren't all that.
Leave them. Because I let them list all of the maps.
Shipment was good though.
Go on, let me go. So you said shipment. You're basically, listen, No, either game.
Either,
We're talking about the map
We're talking
itself.
about the
Yeah.
map. Yeah,
Talking about the map
that's
itself.
yeah.
Shipman, if you were on the wrong team, you were getting spawn traps the whole game.
The whole
So I
game.
don't know what you're talking about. How the map was good.
I don't know what shipment is. I've never.
Majid,
I
when
don't
you're
know
on the wrong
what
team.
map is
No,
that.
exactly. When you're on the wrong team, it was terrible. Like,
When
and
you're
even
not-
if you're on the right team, at times, like, let's say you're on a mad kill streak and the guy spawns behind you because the map is so small,
Exactly.
and that goes for Rust as well. And I'm not
Wait,
done.
Wait,
and I'm not
let
done.
finish,
I'm
let
not
finish.
finished.
Let
No,
finish.
because you list all these maps and saying they were so great.
Let
Like,
finish, I go.
it's more about the game itself. I'm telling you, the maps were not that great. Because
Yeah.
then we go into terminal. Terminal, you had literally there was a section of the map you didn't want to go past. You didn't want to run past the middle bit because you're gonna get
Don't
finished.
talk about
Like,
terminal like
I'm
that,
saying,
bro.
like-
Don't.
Nah, let's be serious now. The maps were not that good.
No, that's the point because the maps had vantage points.
And then even Wasteland. Like what?
Nah,
Do you not remember how massive Wasteland was?
No. These maps were good because they had points where you could take advantage of.
Go on.
No. Nowadays, yeah, the maps just have 3 lanes. There's like you either run in the middle, you run to the left, or you run to the right. That's how. Like, you're not
That was
creative.
the same
No,
though.
but-
It was the same for
yeah, but-
terminal.
but Majid,
What are you talking about?
but-
You could only go left towards the burger shop, or you go down the middle and you're gonna get
You
sniped.
can go outside under the plane.
That's
Yeah,
the
when the
third
plane's
option. What's the other option?
You can go in the middle where like the shopping mall is. You can
Yeah.
go around,
just
or you
said
can,
that.
or you
There's
can.
three.
Yeah, there's 3, but then like there's like dimensions, bro. You can go inside the plane. You can go out under the plane. You can be in
but
that
that's
little
the
cockpit.
same route. It's still the same
You
route.
you can camp in old games. You can't really camp in new games.
No, but that camping culture is amazing.
Isn't it? Like, he come
No,
on.
but
What
I
are you
got-
talking about? You can
wanna
camp
be
more
a
in the new
camper?
games. You can
Okay,
lock doors and
to be
all this
honest-
stuff. Like, what are you talking about?
To be honest, the last game I played was Black Ops 2.
And Black Ops 2 was dead, so I don't know what
I
you're
got-
talking
Black
about.
what-
Ops 2 is dead.
what do you
Oh
mean?
Yeah, that's
my
why I
God.
stopped. After that, I was like,
Black
no
Ops
more.
2
Huh?
is so shit.
What do you man think about since we spoke about GTA and Call of Duty, which are old school games?
Yeah.
What about another old school one? Did you man play Saints Row?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Saints
Saints
Row,
Row, yeah.
even
Saints
Crackdown.
Row.
Oh my
Remember,
days. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Saints Row.
it was more about the game. I don't think it was the maps, man.
Literally.
I'm being serious because like even like they introduced the new map, the same maps into the new
Okay,
games. now, yeah?
I'm not saying it's only the maps, but to me the maps are more creative.
Fair enough.
But what do you man think about graphics? Like, because to be honest, yeah, you see, like, there's games here where like the graphics have been shit, but the gameplay, like, I just enjoyed it. Like, the game was just such a fun
Minecraft.
game.
Yeah, I know what you mean because
The
like for example, like
Minecraft,
there's
like-
that bully.
You remember,
Yeah.
but
Graphics are good, but the game
The game
itself,
was
like,
good,
I
yeah.
think that's what I'm saying. Like it's
Literally.
more about
What do you want
the
to
game
know?
itself, like the
Yeah.
idea of the game, like and I get what you mean in terms of the map because it's about the feel of it as well. But
Yeah.
all maps, yeah. But the thing about all maps is that it's always the 3 points. Like you have 3 ways to go. Even for example, I can name a map like Favela on Modern Warfare 2.
Oh,
I remember that,
There was
yeah.
3 ways to go. It's like that's how it is in
Yeah.
every game.
I don't think
It's
so.
just a case of like is how like no there was. There
There's
was
just
only 3 ways.
probably a main base and they build on
there's a
top of
main
it.
base and there's around like there's more vantage point. But all I'm saying about the maps is that I felt like older games were a lot more creative. Like they had Easter eggs. Like you know, remember the things that
Yeah.
developers put in like
Yeah,
games.
the Easter
They're like,
eggs and
why are
that,
you putting
yeah.
this? Like, there's no cameras to record me seeing this. I'm just gonna see this as a kid alone in my room. But then they put it in the game anyway.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, I
Like,
get what
you know what I
mean.
mean? Like even in San
Yeah.
Andreas or when you just went somewhere like weird. Like you can tell that someone put a heart and soul and like they wanted someone to find.
Yeah.
I
No,
felt
I
like
get-
they
no, I really
sacrificed
understand
a
what you're
lot,
saying. That's what I'm
like,
saying.
There
They're
was
like-
more emphasis on high definition graphics than actual gameplay now. Like,
What was you man's first console? And like, what consoles have you had like till present?
My first console was.
Go around, innit?
If I remember, I think it was a Xbox 360.
Start
Trying to
with-
think, was it? No.
What did you
It
start with?
was probably like either PS1 or 2, or maybe even even more old school than that. My uncle's gonna be. He's gonna get onto me. I can't remember.
GameCube,
But there was
Sega
one before.
Genesis.
There was one before. I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
Maybe Sega. Is Sega?
Yeah,
Sega,
Sega, yeah.
That's the
Genesis,
thing, innit?
yeah.
I think it was
I
Sega.
had
Yeah.
that,
I think that was my first thing. Then probably like maybe a PS. Or I played a PS, but then it was Xbox 360 when I got here. Then after that it was I think it was PS because Xbox 360 was the last one I played. Then it was then it was PS4. Like, there was a section I didn't really play games like that.
Yeah.
I used to
I'm
bang out
back in the
games.
day,
But
bro,
then like
yeah.
but like then it was PS4 and then I think that's probably it right now because I never played PS3. No, I didn't. I think those are my consoles. Yeah.
What about you, though?
I think the first one I had was a PS1. I've played GameCube, Time Splitters on GameCube. That was it. I played PS4, but I really stopped after PS3. But I played PS4.
Okay.
But after PS3, I was like,
Ooh,
Yeah,
I had
I've
a
had-
DS as well.
Hundred.
I had Game Boy,
Mm.
I don't know if you
Pokemon.
Game Boy Color. Do you
Yeah, I
remember?
remember. Yeah.
Game Boy
Come on,
Color. I
bro.
had that. I had a Game Boy Advance as well. Nintendo DS. I had PS1, GameCube, PS2, PS3. I was more of a PlayStation guy. PS4,
Yeah.
and I got PS5.
I can't believe you man actually got PS3. You know, but go on. Just before I say,
PlayStation.
What
Yeah.
the-
Remember in school we used to have debates about Xbox. So
That's
now,
what I was about to
so
go
now
on
you're a
to. That's what I was about to
PlayStation
go on
guy.
to. That's what I
Wow.
I think I started with the PlayStation 1, then 2, then we had a GameCube around them times as well. Then it was around, I think then I started, the portables came out then, innit? So I had a PSP,
PSP.
a DS, I had a GameCube, not a GameCube, a
Wait.
Game Boy.
Did you man play James Bond on GameCube?
Well, GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
Come on, bro. What
that
do you
was
know,
one of
man?
the
Yeah, come on, man.
hardest
Come on,
games.
man.
Oh my! That's one of the examples of a shit graphics game, but sick gameplay.
Yeah.
Go on, bro. Continue.
What else? So yeah, GameCube. Then PlayStation 3. No, I had a 360. I was with the man. I had a 360. I had 2 360s. Then I think I went to PlayStation 3. I think afterwards. Then 4. Then yeah, I stayed on the 4.
Wait, so do you know all these consoles you guys had? Like, do you feel like are they still in your possession?
No, they're back home.
Oh, back home,
Yeah,
like in your
oh,
possession
back
back
home.
home.
Oh,
Wait, in your
yeah.
possession or like scattered?
Nah,
No,
man.
no, I
God,
know where
man,
they
Come
are.
on, that's.
Oh, you're blessed, bro.
Yeah, I know where my 360 is. It's literally in my mom's living room.
Is it just that?
It's just there, man.
Because I had bare consoles, bro.
they are.
Yeah, my DS, I've got no idea what that is.
When
Yeah,
things
man,
like
my DS,
every time
PSPs,
something
they
new
were
comes
gone,
out, my mom says, "Oh, we'll like this back home." We'll like this back home." And then I'm now growing up, I'm kind of envious because sometimes you see like certain people look at like all their game collections. They have their games from like 1990s, like every game they
They
had.
appreciate it back home though.
Huh?
They appreciate it back home. Like when they, like for example, because my mum took back one of my consoles, and I was annoyed. But it was an old one, innit? But when I went back, like the whole community was just there playing that. So it was like raw, like it's different, isn't it?
It could be like that, or it could just be just like strip it for parts.
No, but
You
I
like
can't
money.
believe you man had a PS3. Like PS3 was one of the, like
It was
I
ugly.
didn't like I swear like I was thinking, how did these man have this game? You only had party chat. No, sorry, you only had game chat. Like, how did you man?
Never
Xbox
PSP.
guys were
Bro,
annoying.
you
man.
had to-
I'm glad
you
they
had to
deal
be-
with this,
What the
man.
hell?
You had to
What
be
is
in the
this
same
guy
game.
talking about?
What else you
Guys.
gonna communicate with more than one person?
What happened to Xbox?
Xbox guys are
Huh?
geeks, man.
What
They're
happened? I
nerds.
swear.
Nah, PS4.
Xbox are nerds.
Why did we
PS4
switch?
came out with party chat. That's what changed them. Because no, that was the thing about PS3.
Oh,
PS3
yeah,
had
'cause you
everything
couldn't-
but party chat. Like it was mad because you had to play the same game unless you couldn't speak to more than one
Oh,
person.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
dead.
Did you
Yeah,
have
but
to
that's
pay?
not- that's not
Which one?
that
Which one
deep,
do you have to
that's
pay?
not that
bro.
deep.
PS3
Which
was
one-
mature.
which one you had to pay for
He's just a
subscription?
nerd.
I had 360, but
He's just a
PS3 was
nerd.
free.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
when they had
yeah,
party chat.
yeah,
And these man, they'll come into school and thinking, what are you not talking about? You can only
So just
you
that
had to
little
be-
aspect.
No,
Just that little aspect. He thought
Yeah,
that
no,
made
but let's
Xbox
be serious
360
though.
better than
No,
PS3.
but
Come
that's
on,
what-
bro.
yeah, but that's-
Nah, man.
Yeah, but that's what it was though. The
And-
number said it. What are you man talking
And
about?
that's not like
The number
certain
said it.
games.
Number said what?
Like more people have Xbox. They
At that
always said
time,
it, so I
at
know
that
what you're
time,
talking
at
about.
that time, yeah.
No, listen, think about it. Right now,
Like
yeah.
the gamers are all Xbox. Like,
We
Wait,
can't have-
no. What you man saying right now?
when Xbox 360 and PS3 were out,
It was
It was
gamers were
Come on,
Xbox
Xbox
360s. 360s.
Like,
People
You can't
were
even
on
have this-
Xbox 360.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
You can't even have this
like-
chat right now.
I'm a PS3.
You would only have to be
What?
either with Manuel with one of us.
Yeah,
Well, on Xbox,
it's
you can
true.
have more. What
I
are you
never
talking
had
about?
an Xbox 360, bro.
That's
true.
dead.
Like,
What?
bro, when you
Both.
went on someone who had an Xbox 360 and you went on their console, the amount of people that were active. I was
Come
like,
on,
But I
man.
thought that was normal though.
We had a party. It was like there was like 8 of us in the party.
But I thought that was normal.
Why you man have to do one or play the same game? And do with like some next done in the background.
But that's
Nah,
not
allow
like,
it, man.
but PlayStation at that time was good for certain games,
Yeah.
and Xbox was good. So like for football games, for me, PlayStation had it. So like for the FIFAs and
Yeah.
the Pro Evos, but for the shoot 'em ups, Xbox had it, like because of the graphics and all of that.
Yeah. No, that's what there was many things that like separate the two. But
That's
then
what I
what
thought.
always
That's
did
me.
it for people
That's
was
me.
the party chat.
Sorry, Stevie Wonder.
So I'm just reminding me how whack the gaming industry is. Bro. These kids are growing up on
No, but at the
Fortnite.
but at the same time, yeah, like right now, someone's one of the kids are watching this and like, oh no,
What's that?
these man sound like old heads, man.
Literally,
Like, you know what I'm saying? They're like Fortnite's the greatest and all
Yo,
that.
yo, yo.
Like, you know what I mean?
Bro, kids can't tell the time on clocks, you know. Most kids can't tell the time. Like, kids are actually a lot stupider than you think they
You're
are.
a funny man.
Bro, I'm not
We work
kidding,
in
bro.
a school
You
innit,
man,
so
I
yeah.
work, bro. I work with kids, bro.
No,
like,
I get what you mean.
I
Because
don't want to be there. They might be
That's what I'm trying to
serious,
say.
man.
Chill, bro.
I know what you're saying because like I feel like most of the games are even they're not so educational anymore. Like
100%.
why are you still having fun? For example, like GTA. No. Listen, you have
It's
to
like a bad
separate.
example,
No. I'm gonna break it down. Why I'm saying GTA.
Oh, go, bro.
Like GTA,
How to hustle.
like yeah, no, but it will teach you the concept of businesses and so on. No, for example,
No, facts. No,
wait,
listen.
but, like why you play GTA, when you spawn in, you see all your expenses.
Yeah.
You understand that? Okay, you need to make certain amount of money to pay for these expenses. Order these houses that you have, the garages, the mechanic that looks after your car. It tells you, but no, I'm being serious. But it's just like if you choose to focus on that or not. Like
facts.
that's what I'm saying. Like you're looking at me like that because you don't.
Do you know what game was really educational?
I haven't played GTA.
Do you know what game was really educational? Metal Gear Solid.
I've not played Metal Gear Solid, but
That game
I've always heard about that.
PS4
Like, bro, they
exclusive, isn't it?
Is that like Gears
PS4
of War?
exclusive. No, it's
No,
not.
it was on.
It's like Hitman, but for
Metal Gear Solid is an old school one.
Yo,
What do you mean about
there's
Gears
so
of
many
War, man?
games, man. I don't even turn on my PlayStation anymore.
What do you mean?
It's
Hey,
dead.
one more.
I didn't even play my
One more.
PS5.
You play Killzone?
I played it.
Ooh, I played the demo.
Yeah.
Killzone.
I played that. I had that on PS
PS3.
VR and PS3 as well.
Killzone was a god. That's a
You know,
good
but
game.
apparently, like the PS3 community, the online people who play PS3 online on lit, like they're proper adults, like no kids. That's what I've heard.
There's a PS3 community. Still.
Yeah,
People
if
still
you
play
get
PS3.
if you buy PS3, yeah, like, you get like
Okay.
a lot of adults.
No man, I stood
Wow.
there in the
In their
in their game chat.
In their
One of
youth.
them was there inviting one person, and that's it.
In
Nah,
their
like,
youth,
so
bro.
dead. I can't believe you man did that. Honestly, like what is that?
But
Honestly.
PlayStation, do you think PlayStation like won at the
Yeah.
end?
Yes,
But
of
PlayStation
course.
1 now. Listen,
Yeah,
I think
it's
I
been
think the
winning.
latest one is Xbox One. I don't even know anymore about Xbox.
Well,
Bro, I don't even care for
Yeah.
Xbox
You see
anymore.
that? He's a
Like,
PS guy now.
I don't care for Xbox anymore.
I never
bro.
thought it happened like that, you know.
That's the thing. But like the minute they that's the thing. They knew they needed to introduce that. Like, and once they did that, it was a
Done.
different game.
I think
was
because
done.
it was free for a bit, no one wanted to pay no more after you added the party track.
Like, because essentially, like PS3 was winning on so many things, but the fact that I just didn't have that, it was just like, nah,
Crazy,
man.
bro.
Like, but like, we've gone on that one for a second, but it was an interesting one because
Yeah.
it was nostalgia and so on.
Throwback.
But some of those games are I don't think those games are lit. But like this whole Drake thing, like and Kendrick, like, I think it's good that it's happened. I'm being serious because to this day I'm so disappointed in Meek Mill that he lost that. Like, because this guy was a battle rapper and Drake was R&B guy. Like, how do you get bodied by an R&B guy? Like,
Come on.
like how do you get bodied by an
Come on,
R&B
man.
guy? Like, but essentially, like, but even but you know the craziest thing, this beef, like, this beef was before the Meek Mill thing. You know, this started in like 2013.
What Meek Mill thing?
What?
Like the Drake Meek Mill.
Drake's beef with Meek Mill?
No, Drake Meek Mill, but then we're talking about Drake Kendrick.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah,
saying like the Kendrick and Drake thing.
Mhm.
What Kendrick tried to start it before the Meek Mill thing. That's what I mean. Like back in 2013, like Kendrick actually called him out, but then Drake just ignored him, man. He went for Meek instead because he knew that was an easy dub in it. He knew that was an easy dub, but like,
Meek was an easy
but
dub,
it's
yeah.
come back now, and obviously we can see who the rapper is. We know who's better in it. Like, essentially, like, and Kendrick is just simply just showing it. Like, he's just showing it. Like, but essentially, I don't know like how much you guys know about it and etc.
Personally, I'll be honest with you, man. I don't give two about them these rapping ass niggas. Like,
Beep.
I'm sick and
Yeah.
tired of these entertainers, bro. Like,
Good.
I already complain about how they're overvalued, and here we are talking about their little rap beef. So wait. So if them two were to see each other in real life, what's gonna happen?
Absolutely.
Do you know?
What's gonna
Shall I tell you what's gonna
But it's a
happen?
rap beef though. Why
You
does
see,
No,
it
no,
Some
no.
cut
Shall I
ass
tell you what's
niggas,
gonna
like-
happen?
What?
The entourages are gonna fight each other.
Yeah, that's true.
The
That's true, that's actually
entourages.
true. Yeah.
Like, I don't see what's so special about it. I really don't care. I just
It's a
think
form of
like-
entertainment, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just don't like Drake.
It's like a gladiator sport, isn't it?
You
You
don't
just don't
Drake?
like Drake.
I've
I don't
never.
like rappers.
I swear, I've never. Like,
You don't-
Drake is.
You don't
He's a
like
bit corny, innit?
No, honestly, like
I don't like the way they're overrated. Like, we kind of whatever they say, people just put it on a pedestal. Like, as if
see,
they're
I've
some
never really
demigods.
cared enough to dislike someone as much as I dislike Drake.
Dislike's
I don't even know
dislike's
Drake.
a strong word, you know, bro.
No, I don't
I
even
don't
know
think
him.
it's strong word. I think hate is
And
a
I
strong
don't-
word.
and
why do you dislike Drake so
because
much?
I feel like Drake is an imposter. I don't know who
He is
Drake.
corny, I can't lie.
Like
Ooh.
he made a song F that you love. So that's such a hater. He's such a hater, and like I sound like a hater right now.
Yeah,
No. I get what you're saying, because
No.
remember, like most of the like the stuff with Meek Mill, he was like, "Oh, like, is this a girl's tour?" You're like, bro,
He's so
corny. I
corny,
can't
but,
lie.
honestly, like for me in it, like he's made good music. I'm never gonna deny
Nah,
that.
you can't doubt that. Yeah, you
But
can't doubt
like
that.
seeing how he
Yeah,
behaves,
but it's not his music, is it? We
don't.
he didn't write it.
That's right.
He didn't write it.
That's right.
There's no war. We know this.
I've been
He
keeping
didn't
up
write
with
it.
I've been keeping up with it. I've heard what Kendrick's had to say. He's called Drake a PDF. He said that Drake likes young
Young
girls,
girls, yeah, I see
which
that
I
as well.
personally think is true from what I've seen of this guy. But anyway, even if it wasn't, just a more fight. Like, I don't think Drake deserves that platform. He wore blackface. As a black person, to wear blackface is insane.
Was that any
He's not even
was
black
that any
anyway, he's
juice?
not
Was he
black.
acting them
Yeah,
times?
No, it doesn't matter.
He's
It
mixed
doesn't-
race.
Yeah.
What black person wears blackface?
What do you mean? What do you
Unless
mean?
they're like completely traumatized by white.
So okay,
surroundings,
cool.
bro.
So can I ask you this question now? So are we now questioning his blackness?
he
He's
isn't
not
black.
black.
He isn't Drake.
He's not black.
So what is
isn't-
he's mixed race?
No,
He's
he
mixed, he's
Drake.
half
No,
black, half
no,
white.
no. The thing is, Drake isn't even mixed race. Drake is just a white guy.
So his dad's black.
Yes, his dad's.
But I
His
think-
pigmentation
but
is
I-
mixed.
No, but I understand what he
Drake
means.
is actually like you can meet a mixed race person and tell they're mixed race. Like I definitely think Drake here, his actual personality.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
what I
far
get what you're
removed
saying.
from the culture.
I'm only asking you that because it's like that means there's a scale for blackness. Then, like what like do you know what I'm
Yeah,
trying
well,
to?
yeah, there's a thing. There's a thing called black culture. Like,
Yeah,
there's-
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he's
there's a
not black
scale.
though.
So you don't think he's nothing to do with our culture at all?
I think he plays. I think he's an
Drake.
actor.
Drake.
I think if you were to get Drake for like all the cameras out of the way, I don't think he actually vibes with any of this shit. Like if you watch his old interviews, the way he speaks, he used the N word with a hard R. Like he's a strange. Like it's too suspect. What kind of black person does that?
He's
Like
not black
blackface,
anyway.
hard R.
Like that blackface, that
and it's
pissed me
just
off when I
like-
saw that. Like,
You know, just
Yeah.
personally for me, I feel like this is just like he was just that image of a kind of socially acceptable rapper, like not too dark, and he never speak about
I think most
issues
of
that
these,
Black Americans are going through. I'm not Black American, I can't speak on
I
that
think
issue.
most of these rappers are imposters, man.
I can't say
They're all
most, but I know
imposters, man.
Drake is.
Yeah.
I think, and plus he's Jewish. Not that there's anything wrong with being Jewish.
He's Jewish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not that
I
there's
didn't know
anything
that.
wrong with
Mum's
being Jewish.
Jewish.
Not that there's anything
what's
wrong
it-
with
what's
it.
it-
Why do
Explain
you
yourself.
like?
Because
no, one second. Explain this. I'm confused. Wait, what?
because of the leverage that gives him.
Oh, okay.
Because of the fact he's Jewish, he's allowed and a lot of the
Yeah,
media
okay.
a lot of
They
the
like to
media
make it seem
companies
like
are
Jewish
owned
is a
by
race.
Jewish.
Like people, like I've
Well,
heard like
whatever
some
it is, they're
female
great
artists say
people.
something like, oh yeah, my dad was Jewish. I'm like, so
Whatever
would
being
you-
Jewish is, they're great people. But what I'm saying is that they own all the media companies, and the fact that Drake's always on people's faces promoting that rubbish bollocks of a 35-year-old man talking about jumping from woman to woman.
So
It's
you said
embarrassing.
but you said he makes good music though.
Huh?
Yeah, but that's because he doesn't write it.
He makes good music, but it doesn't
Right.
mean like, bro, like.
I'm only saying this shit because like I haven't really been in tune with whatever's going on,
Yeah.
But it's like ever since this happened, what I can see as an outside person looking in, there's a lot of Drake hate all of a sudden. Like and
Yeah,
like a couple months ago there
Yeah.
wasn't this Drake hate.
Nah, I get what you
That's
mean.
what I'm trying to
it's a fair
say.
point.
So like everyone's saying he's not black, he's not this. We were championing Drake.
I know. I
Like,
know. Most men I knew growing up didn't like Drake.
I think
Like they
Drake-
thought it was
yeah.
like no one really ever was like, oh yeah, put on that Drake until like maybe
grew-
a bit recent.
He grew on us. In the beginning, when Drake first came out, I understand he was a bit
Meek
corny,
Mill-
innit?
He had that year.
It was
He
Meek
had
Mill.
that
He,
year.
he
Then he
sacrificed
grew on
Meek
us.
Mill.
No, but that wasn't even his year though. That wasn't even his year. Like there was the rap beef and that was it. But he had his year where it was God's plan.
Yeah.
No.
That was a
Listen,
big
God's
song.
plan with the album. He had his year. Like
Yeah,
rappers always
yeah.
have that year. He had that year.
No. But that came after.
Yeah, no, he came
Yeah,
after.
no, because the thing is, Meek Mill gave him like this. Oh, I'm a serious guy persona. He beat gangster rapper Meek Mill. So after that, yeah, he started talking brazy. But before he was like, "F that guy."
I know,
you
but
fuck.
what-
But you're saying,
what
but
I'm
it's
saying-
yeah, but
I'm
in
not
terms
saying
of
some music,
in
no,
music,
he had that year.
he had a great year.
He had that year.
No, I'm saying that year came from that gangster image he got from sacrificing.
That's
his mill.
fine. That's fine. That's
But-
fine.
but-
If you
but
think that, that's
added,
okay.
it added.
What I'm saying is that like
Sacrificed him.
his music wasn't based on that. Like He wasn't a case of you still taking shots at Meek Mill. None of that. Like
no, music.
he just had bangers that year.
Drake's
He
music.
He just had bangers that year. That's it.
Drake's music got greasy.
No,
greasy.
What music that just named that was greasy?
No,
what are you talking about?
no, he was making greasy.
With that is greasy.
No, but he was making greasy music
But that was
before.
the features.
Before Meek Mill.
Yeah.
But those were features.
Wait, bro, you're
I'm
forgetting.
saying he just had
What team was he
bangers
on?
that year.
What team was he on?
Young Money.
He was on Young Money. So
He's making.
he
So
was
we
making
can't say
beats.
that. I'm saying like he just had that year, bro. Think about it. You just said with that. I didn't even mention with that. I was talking about No. But I meant to say nice for. Is it nice for what or something like that?
But even Hotline Bling wasn't.
Nice for something.
That's
Listen,
a nice
he
song,
had
bro.
bangers that year. Like he just had a
No,
year
I don't
when
like
he
that
had
song.
bangers.
Hotline Bling is good, bro.
And he was even a
Nah,
couple
I
of
don't
years.
like
Not
that
even just
song.
one year.
Oh,
That song is corny.
Huh? You wanna-
No, but it was a banger. Like
You man
You thought that was a
regardless.
banger?
Wait,
Yeah,
the view say it was a
Africa,
banger.
bro.
No, we're not talking.
No,
Listen,
no,
it's
no,
not about.
no.
It's not about personal
opinions here.
opinion.
Like, it was a banger.
No,
Like,
I'm just
the
saying.
view
Do you
says
think
it
it was a banger?
No, I don't think it was a
Exactly.
banger.
So
I
let's
like
just
it.
go off of that. Let's go off of that.
No,
If
we
you-
can't.
Just because something has bev. Okay, Gangnam Style. Is that a
That
banger?
was a banger. Shut up. That was a banger. Nah, that was a banger,
No.
fam. What are you
Are
talking
you trying
about?
to piss me off?
Everyone was. You wasn't singing that.
What would I be singing that for?
It was a banger.
Gangnam Style.
But you lie. Have you ever
Just-
been? Have you ever been with a man? Then? Have you ever been with a man? Then? And it's like, yo, put on Gangnam Style.
You know funny because guess
Nah,
what? This
but
happened
you-
when we was young.
I had to be. Yeah.
Like, so I don't know what you man are talking about.
It wasn't
You
true.
didn't
Even
listen to
then, it was still
Just shut
trash.
up,
I
fam.
still thought it was trash
Man, they were
then.
doing the dance, bro.
Exactly. This is back in that year
Man,
telling that. What
you
are you
were
man
doing
talking
it.
about?
With one youth style and we do the dance.
What are you man talking about, bro? It was like year
No,
10. I don't. You're
stop
wassing,
it.
man.
You're capping right
wassing.
now.
You're
Oh, dude,
literally
you're
wassing.
capping.
Do you know it's because it was fun? It was like.
It was.
Do
We
you know
was
it
young
is?
back then. What are you
Gangnam
man
Style
talking-
was a banger.
Do you not remember what
Hey,
year
you
this
lot,
came
please in
out?
the comments, please tell
It
us.
was.
Was Gangnam Style was it a
The
banger?
number says
Sexy
it, bro.
lady.
Everyone's singing it, bro. I don't know what's
Exactly.
going
What's
on.
man on?
You know,
What are you
I'm-
on about?
It was.
because the thing is,
Wait,
I think he
wait.
no,
Do you know where I'll get Majid on this?
Go on.
Okay. Justin Bieber, Baby. Was that a banger?
I wouldn't say it was a banger.
Wait, what? Say, ask me.
Wait, wait,
It was a
wait,
banger.
wait, wait,
It was a
wait,
banger.
I was gonna get one down.
It was a banger.
I wouldn't say it was a banger.
That's
it was
a
a
banger.
good song,
A banger.
and the numbers says it was a banger.
It was a banger.
Like,
it was a banger.
The numbers say it was a banger, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't a. I'm not saying. I
Hey,
just
man,
wanted to. I
so
just
good.
I didn't think
I
Majid
would-
was gonna be able to skip.
No.
skip about that
I
one.
wouldn't say it's a banger, but it was a good song.
Yeah,
No,
personal
just like
preference.
Just Bieber has many good songs, but
Yeah,
to
yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't say they're bangers, but the numbers say that they're bangers. And at the same time, for me to say it's a good song, it definitely was a banger.
It was a
Because
banger
there's no,
song.
because if I was to say it was dead, that's cap.
Obviously,
at the same time, it
it was
wouldn't
a
be-
decent song,
and-
but Gangnam Style,
and at the
you're
same-
definitely. Was that a good song?
That
Do
was
you
a
think
good song.
that-
It was a good song.
Whoa,
Wait,
whoa.
wait.
It was.
Gangnam Style was a
There
good
was-
song.
listen, there was catchy bits to the song.
And there's a
like,
dance.
Like you wanted to learn the lyrics. There was a dance to it. What are you talking? That's
What was you
typical
doing?
music. That's where it goes. But even on that point, like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
for example, Soldier Boy cracked that.
What's a banger to you?
Exactly. What's this guy on about?
Some
What's a banger?
nationalist
Go on.
music.
A
Name
track
one
that
banger.
sounds good.
No, you know what? No, fine.
Okay,
Name one banger.
shit. A banger. 50 Cent. It's your birthday. That's an old
Yeah,
school
Your birthday.
banger.
What's that?
You wanna party like it's your birthday.
In the
Come on.
club.
Yeah, in the
Okay,
club.
you don't
yeah.
even know the name of the song, but it's a
Okay,
banger.
but
All right.
from what I said, you should have known what it's called.
No, but okay, no, but we needed.
But is that not a banger?
That is a banger. And
So
guess
can
what?
you compare that to Gangnam Style?
Well, you-
Come on,
Two
like,
different
you can't say
bro, it's two different genres, first
Thank you
of
very
all.
much.
Okay, but
And
still.
that has more views.
Which song is better? Which song is better?
No, but that's a preference.
Which song is
No,
better?
that's a
Okay,
preference.
on your preference, which song is better?
50 Cent, obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's not my
Bro,
preference,
we're not
though.
arguing that, bro. We're not
See,
arguing that.
that's what we're arguing, though.
We're
We're
not
arguing
that,
saying,
bro.
is it a banger or not a banger?
To the most to the popular, to the whole world.
Exactly. Come on, man.
People
I'm not
like
gonna lie. If-
Gangnam
no,
Style.
wait, to the whole world. No, no, no.
If you ask the whole world, they probably still choose you.
Exactly. So don't even try that. Don't even try that.
If you ask the whole world,
Oh my god. I can't
We'll do a
let's be
poll.
honest.
We'll do a poll.
Yeah, we're gonna do a poll on this
Yeah,
question.
we'll do it.
Wow.
Even
You
if-
man trying to
you
say
man are just
Gangnam
whack
Style.
now.
But you might
Gangnam
even
Style.
Shall I tell you, you think about Asia.
Even if you went to South Korea, yeah,
Exactly.
they still bag.
Over Gangnam Style at that time.
Still like 50%, fam.
No, at that time, of course, it's hot. But if you had a census, right, and you gave everyone the question, like you played both songs,
Yeah.
people would choose.
No, but
In
we're,
the club.
we're talking about at that time.
It was a
The
banger.
bangers.
The number says
I didn't
it.
know. I didn't know.
At
No, it's my man, innit?
And if you go for South Korea at that time,
It
everyone
was
would
a banger, fam. So what? Was Crack that a banger?
What?
Soulja Boy cracked that.
Yeah. That was a bad.
Because even now, if we want to be honest,
Is this not serious right now?
but that's not.
You're saying this because you're black, man. Nah, for real.
No, but
nah.
crank that. People could do like that was a decent song back in the day.
but would it hang now?
Alright.
But would that hang now?
Gangnam Style, like, come on.
So that wasn't a decent song back in the day. That's
No,
what you were saying.
I thought it was shit.
That
even
is
back
wild.
then.
That is
I
wild.
thought it was shit even back then.
Not fair enough, bro. The preference, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's reference. But like back to Drake though, bro. He copied Soulja Boy.
Yeah, you know,
Like,
Drake.
I'm telling you, he's so
been copying
corny,
everyone.
man.
He
Like,
takes-
honestly,
he takes bites out of everybody. Like,
know-
whatever's popping, he's gonna, you know.
With
Think about it,
Drake, he is just, bro. Like no one knows who Drake is.
Tell me about so lyrically, what's Kendrick been doing then? Like, why
basically-
has he like? Why do you think
So
he's winning?
so Kendrick has, from my personal experience, he's kind of dissected Drake's entire persona. He says that Drake does too much with like all the black hairstyles. He keeps trying to get black features to appeal to the culture, and he keeps trying to change accents. He does all of those things. Then he spoke about how Drake has kids, but he's still going out here talking to younger people, and he's not even settling down. He's going around promoting gambling, and he's drinking and all that stuff. Then he spoke to
just straight facts.
yeah, and then he went
Which one's your personal favorite out of like all the whatever the songs?
I say in terms of like what I think hurts Drake the most. I can't even speak for that, but why I hope he listens to meet the Grahams.
Give me like for both of you, because both of you are on think like what are your favorite Kendrick one, and maybe which one do you like from Drake if you
So
like any?
like diss tracks or
Yeah, for each other.
No, to be honest, I wouldn't say I have a favorite. Like I just know Kendrick is just he's just a better rapper.
Okay,
I'm saying like, and we actually there's some realness to actually him as a rapper. Like even if he had people write stuff for him in the past, but we know like he writes his stuff.
Yeah,
The main thing about Drake is he doesn't write his stuff, bro.
And even if he
Like,
doesn't write,
so, no, because think about it. Because then when like there's certain lyrics that he says, you're like, he's never lived that life. What
Yeah,
is
that's
that?
true,
You know what I'm saying? So
100%,
it
yeah.
just takes you out of it, and that's not to say like he's a great artist.
Great, yeah.
Like,
That's
he's a
an
great
artist, yeah.
There's no doubt in that. But it's just there's not to you're not real to your craft. That's what it
I
is.
listen to his diss tracks, man. It sounds very like a high schooler. Just even the way he pokes at Kendrick, it just doesn't sound like a very mature thing. It's like, your girlfriend doesn't follow you on Instagram. Oh,
What is that?
this guy commented on her picture. I'm like, you're like 30.
But it's like the whole industry v Drake though. That's how it looks like.
Well, whatever it is,
It's like-
bro.
No,
he's fighting back though.
That only happens when you're getting bodied. That's the same as listen.
Yeah.
When Drake when Drake was body Meek Mill, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Even Meek
Yeah,
Mill was
yeah,
telling,
yeah, yeah,
even
hold
Meek
on,
Mill was
yeah.
telling 50 Cent that, oh yeah, no, it just felt like he was kicking me out, he was down, and all this. Bro, when you're getting bodied, that's what it feels like, and that's what it looks like. Literally, we all know he's getting bodied. It is what it is. Like, there's no two ways about it.
Yo,
That's just
Kendrick
what
is
happens.
so deep. He just disappears,
No,
come
think
back.
about it. Even Ja Rule, when 50 Cent was going Ja Rule, that's what it felt like. And Ja Rule's got bangers.
Drake
But
needs
now, the way we look at Ja Rule, like he was some dead guy. Bro, man's got bangers. But when you get bodied,
Yeah.
that's what it looks like. It's just that simple. Like,
He 50. That's I think that's the worst one.
well, Ja Rule,
Yeah,
that's it.
bro.
Ja Rule's body was mean.
Ja Rule's
like,
body was the worst.
it was mean, man. The way he got body was.
We forget about it.
That's what I'm saying. It's that bad. That's how bad. And he's got
He
bangers.
got bangers.
Like,
Ja Rule.
And he was
Ja Rule
out. He was out before 50 as well, isn't it?
exactly. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
Oh.
it's crazy, but it's just what happens. though, man.
Didn't Ja Rule get caught with P. Diddy?
I don't know if he did, man.
No.
I don't
did
care
he?
about Jerry. That's a man got money. I don't care.
No,
I don't care about it.
no,
man.
did he?
Oh, you meant. Oh wait, did we speak about this last week? The Meek Mill audio. Oh wait, I didn't.
Oh, we're not gonna cover that, man. On that note, I think we're gonna wrap it up. with this week.
No.
We're out.
No.
Man said the